So
thank you for whoever's commented. You're amazing.
Let's just start off here.
Yes.
My name is Jared Sarton. I am going to be DMing this mess that is already started. Thank you, Justin and Casey and Joy, for pointing that out. Sorry I didn't see it sooner.
We're stumbling on it.
Your comments are off to the side. Yeah.
Wow.
We'll introduce the cast in just a second. We'll blast right back through names and what they're making. My name is Jared Sarton. I am running as DM for this. Do we have audio? Live stream. Live stream looking to you.
It looks like...
There they are. Sweet. We do have audio.
Fantastic.
So, this is episode 0. We are in utter failure mode, as you can see. Our mess here is derived of me unmuting the wrong channel. So now you can hear my cast in the background laughing at me.
Yep.
We will introduce them. I have been playing D&D for a while. I've been running campaigns. Played a bit when I was in middle school, back in it. So I am so stoked to be here. We'll go across the couch this time because you can hear them. We can hear our players. We're going to start over with Austin.
Oh, we're starting here.
On the left side. Again.
That's good because I said things I shouldn't have said.
Perfect.
So
Nathan divulged secrets that none of you were able to hear. Fortunately, his career is still okay for now.
Yes.
For now.
And we got a practice round in.
We got a practice round.
Okay.
We got through it. Here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching and for telling us that our audio was off. My name is Austin Schumacher. I make radio spots for NBC, working at a studio called Renaissance Studios. I love my job. Been playing D&D for a couple of years now, but really excited to play with this group. It's a new group, never played together before. And really excited for what we're going to be getting into. I like food and motorcycles, and I said long walks on the beach, but that tangent in. So.
And more food.
And more food. Food and motorcycles are just the best.
Yep, he's taken.
Oh yes, that's true. I'm also fifth-wheeling this. I'm the only one not married.
Yeah.
So,
but we still love
I'm the RV of the group.
So, we moved down to the happy couple. We did some Princess Bride jokes last time. We can repeat them again. But,
please do.
Yes, I am Nathan Ondrusek. I've been playing...
No secrets.
No secrets. No secrets. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons as well for 2 years. Started in the same group with Austin. Since then, I've created a one-off and DM'd it twice, as well as...
Pretty good.
Which is, Jared actually helped me with it, our DM here. And in the rest of my life, I'm an actor and I host a live trivia app called Swag IQ that you can check out in the Apple Store and Google Play. Go download that and win free money.
Yes.
Right from the comfort of your phone.
Hey, yo.
Also, I'm married. Sorry.
And to the wife.
Speaking of which.
Lauren Bird Ondrusek. Married, not brother and sister. We get that a lot.
Weird.
This is my first time. Well, not my first time. I played this one-off he made twice.
You did.
I did.
And she did a great job of pretending like she didn't know what was happening.
That was our family Christmas. Walking everyone through D&D.
Either that, or she was just very confused by the maze you designed.
That's true.
But I have it. It's in my blood. My dad showed Nathan over Christmas the OG
first
D&D
edition.
First edition. So, you know, making my dad proud.
Thanks,
Dad.
And your husband.
And that too.
No, hey, totally looks like there's some guy-on-guy action going there, as pointed out. Thank you for pointing that out there, Casey. Looks like Austin and Nathan are...
Are we cuddling?
We can. So, buddy.
Okay.
Austin and Nathan are long.
I just want to fight stuff.
Lauren wants to fight stuff. Let's move down to my wife on the end of the couch here.
Hey, my name is Lindsay. I don't like long walks on the beach, as we talked about earlier.
Did talk about that.
We did.
I still don't know what I'm doing, so
Nothing
nothing's changed in the last 5 minutes.
Newbie half of the couch.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm gonna switch later when intersperse.
Let's get rolling.
tonight we are rolling characters,
Oh, that's
and
the first time they've
Lauren
heard the puns.
keeps making these jokes about Rollin. If you
And
hear about
stumbling.
it, and stumbling. We are the Stumble On In group. that's how we were pronounced.
Yes.
Just stumble on in.
Stumble on in.
So you'll hear some puns.
Many.
Nathan and Austin on the couch here have joined me in some recent D&D battles, so there's probably going to be some inside jokes. We'll try and keep those to a minimum. You
Until you're
all,
in on it.
Until you're in on it. You will all be a part of it.
Yes.
So tonight we are rolling characters. We're going to finish rolling characters, so it might be a little crazy, chaotic, noisy.
It will be.
And then we'll introduce the characters briefly and go into our mission.
Do we want to say what
Chaotic
we're rolling?
neutral or
We did that last time.
Chaotic everything. Yeah, last time around you did miss the start of our character intro when we were so wonderfully interrupted by
Yes.
our chats.
Thank you. Again. Again, Austin Schumacher. I'll be rolling an elf druid. I'm leaning towards the name Rumil Orifin. However, if you have any suggestions for a great elf druid name, feel free to comment them. We'll probably look over them and see if there's any super good ones that I want to use instead of Rumil Orifin.
I will say that would be really cool if you used
Yeah, if I use
audience-created name
Yeah,
for
that'd be
your
sweet.
character.
So,
I won't.
The few of you here on our stream, you are able to comment and give some really interesting names.
Yeah, we may use them.
We
And
may
that will be
use
my
them
name forever and ever.
until I kill him.
Wait, we can only sing songs for so long. There's certain
Yeah.
live streaming
8
rules.
bars.
Oh.
8
8.
bars.
We still have like
10
4 more
seconds.
bars.
No, hey, I have to cut myself off.
What are you rolling?
Quit this ruckus.
I am rolling a halfling wizard. So here's a little pretense. I actually rolled this character with Austin, and Jared is accepting it into the fold because it's not like I wound up with an overly powered character. It's still a pretty balanced character. He's got his strengths and his weaknesses, but I rolled it based off of a layout that how do you pronounce his last name, Jared? Bashu has laid out on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and you check out the animated spellbook, I highly recommend it for anyone who plays D&D or any new D&D players who are trying to learn more about the game and get different insights into the game. I've loved the animated spellbook, and so I built this character based off of his, he called it the Bill Murray build for a character. So the idea is that this character just luckily gets through everything. It's gonna
Somehow.
be somehow
we
what
don't
makes
know
it
how.
to
See
the
if you
end.
survive.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Because you got tough friends.
Yeah.
I am rolling a human fighter. Because I would like to kick some butt.
And as you saw earlier, she just wants to punch things.
It's true.
She does.
And I am, I guess, rolling for a sorcerer tiefling. Or did I say that backwards?
Tiefling, sorcerer,
Sorcerer.
tiefling, either
Whatever
way.
it is.
You sling
I'm a
some
tiefling
form of
and a
magic.
sorcerer.
Perfect.
I have
Tiefling
horns
sorcerer.
and magic, so.
What
Awesome.
more could you need?
And
So,
my skin.
We're going to continue on rolling.
Is that a name suggestion?
That is a name suggestion.
What
We
do
would
they
have
say?
an awkward name suggestion.
I want the awkward
Thank
names
you for Justin. Biggest Dickus.
I mean, he might be. I'm not.
I think we got a solid last name there.
It might start with
Small-
mediocre or Ventus, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh,
Let's go back to the dice. So for a little bit here, as the guys are dying,
Thank you.
thank you for your phone-ins here.
And if you can beat Biggest Dickus, feel free to
Yeah.
comment.
Just be careful with my.
So as they're going along, don't mind
Okay.
me. I'm going to chatter for a bit. The cast will be hanging out, and here in a few minutes we'll get into actual gameplay. But I'm going to keep chattering to the viewers here. We do have web presences. The Stumble On In, as you have found us now. Kenter Ludlow, thank you for the laughter here. It's always nice to see some friends join in. So we do have web presences. We are The Stumble On In on Instagram, The Stumble On In on Facebook, and The Stumble On In on Twitch. If our stream goes out, please let us know. We are using some interesting multi-stream tools tonight, which allow us to go live on multiple platforms. So we are live on multiple places. Stay tuned with us. We will let you know where our episodes are going to be airing. We will do re-airs. We do have a website coming up soon where you'll be able to see and understand each player in character as we introduce them in episode 1. Tonight, we are just rolling. So keep on going. Don't mind me.
Should we roll?
Yeah, keep
Oh,
rolling.
is that what's happening?
You want one?
I'll
Give me
Okay.
a dice and
This
then
is
I'll
the
deal
better
the
one
rest.
too.
Okay.
You want that
I'm
one?
just slinging words over here.
Okay,
I
we're rolling.
don't know what I'm doing.
Oh.
Lindsay is a first timer here. She doesn't know what she's doing. And what did we get?
Wait, I've got a question for
We're
the DM.
Trouble.
With the rolling.
We're doing the 2 sets.
Oh, we're doing 2 sets?
You're
We're doing 2 sets.
Because
or-
maybe that
or
would be
both
one
sets.
thing to talk about, how
Alright,
different
so-
people roll.
So
Sure.
there's a
I'm not
lot of
mentioning
different
that before you
ways.
mentioned to me we're doing the 2.
There is a
Two
lot of
full sets
different
of
ways
rolls.
people roll
You take that
characters.
or the both sets.
The easiest
Great.
one is to pull the stats from the book. You can use those straight out. Sometimes people like a little variability. So what we're doing tonight is we are rolling 4 d6s twice. You roll 4 d6s, add them up, and that
Okay.
gives
You
you
want me to
your
keep track
stat
of
number.
Roll.
You
There
roll
is no
them once
reroll.
more, add
There
them
is no
up,
reroll.
that
That's
gives
a
you your
different
second
different
stat
way of
number.
rolling
I'm
it.
just rolling.
Or you can take the book.
Okay.
So, for
Rolling
example,
4
if we are
and taking
looking
the
at
top
strength,
three.
Lauren here is
So-
rolling
That was
4
an 8.
So flip
dice. She's adding 3
Okay.
of them
No, here.
up.
I got you. I got
Okay.
you.
So, Lauren, let's see what your next roll is. Talk us through it here.
Okay.
So just
Yeah.
so you know,
A little better.
her last roll
Wasn't
was
like
a total of
one.
an 8. It
Total
was
of
like
an
a
8.
3,
Her-
a 4, and 2 ones. So
Her
you
top
take
3 dice.
the top 3 dice and they add it up to 8. But this one
So
is
it's 13.
13,
Her-
which is good.
I'm counting on my fingers. Don't judge.
13.
Uh-oh. Is that a...
that is a 1.
It's a
It's a
one.
1. It's a
Which
1.
makes sense because it fell on the floor.
Yep. Okay, so we've got
This is not going well.
It's a
7.
You get 2 sets.
You get 2 sets.
It's okay. It's okay. The dice will be there for you.
Maybe I should go to the table. Okay. I don't want these dice
That's
anymore.
7.
We do have more dice
No,
on the
this is
table
trouble.
if you want to.
You can take others' dice.
Give me that dice.
She's already using all of my dice.
Already using all of your dice.
She's taking
Is
all
that
of
why
That's
she's
my
5,
getting
3, 2. Is that 2, 2?
Uh-huh.
I'm going
Okay,
to switch
so
us to
that's
just
10.
players mode as I do a little
1, 2, 3, 4,
Instagramming.
5. Hold on. We'll
Hold
make
tight,
sure. It should be 6. 1,
Go
2,
for
3, 4, 5. This is your last one. And that is 13.
Okay. So
Okay, that's column 1.
this first round,
Oh,
Oh,
man.
you did
if I
that
could do
again.
a little commentary myself.
Okay.
Here's round 2. It's starting off better
11.
already. We have 2 different versions. One way that I've done with people, I think Jared talked about it, is that you,
Oh, this sucks.
I've rolled people through once and they could re-roll a 1.
Okay.
But only once. But then they have to take their numbers. The thing about rolling a character when you have Lauren feels like her rolls suck right now. But what's happening is we're getting some really cool character aspects. She's going to have,
Okay,
Boom.
okay.
8.
3 6s. Sorry, you can't see me on camera. 3 6s.
Okay, so that right there, she's probably, as a fighter, going to put that into either strength or dexterity because she's going to get an
Depending on
18
how she was.
with...
And then you got a
3 6s followed by 2 2s
2,
and 2
4,
1s.
5. That's a 5.
So she got a 5. So it's showing the
Real strong and
strengths
real dumb.
weaknesses of the character.
Yeah, right?
This is the
Strength,
last one.
Extreme weakness.
These
You
are
got-
my Yahtzee
You have to
rolls,
get
exactly.
over a 10.
She did.
Okay, what'd you get? Is that a 14?
No.
that's a 15. Okay. So
That's a
you
15.
actually, this second round,
Oh,
you
yeah.
should take this round.
Okay.
Because there is a
Okay,
really
hold
weak
on.
number.
15, 14,
What are you
13,
doing?
12.
So because the DM's very bad at this, how do I go live?
Oh my god.
This is why we didn't have sound at the beginning.
Here we
Right,
go.
is that
I've got
all?
it.
Okay,
Or just
no,
rounds?
okay,
You
okay. So
guys.
here's your options. You have column 1.
He does tech work for a living.
Okay. You have column
That's what he
2.
does.
Okay.
Or you have column 3, which is the book stats.
Okay.
So really quick, look
So
at which column you want.
Show me
Yes.
my
Off our
options.
show, you'll hear me live
So-
on screen.
Those are your 2
Yes,
options.
I do check work as a
What's this bottom
volunteer.
number?
And
That's the third.
Daily.
And
That's
8.
3.
And we
Oh,
have
that's
some,
an
some streaming
Oh,
issues.
okay.
So here we go. We are going to look
Huh.
I think
here
you
at
have
our
to go with
cast.
this one.
If you are
You've got an
joining into the
18.
stream,
You've got a 15.
take
And
a
a
look at our
5
website.
though.
There's a link at the
There's a
bottom.
big difference between a 5
It's
and
in
an 8.
Yeah, but okay,
bio.
what would
Go
you,
to
as
the-
a fighter,
the bio
you could
link.
put your
In the
5
bottom,
into
you
charisma
can
or
hop
intelligence.
into our
Those
live
aren't going to be
stream.
things that you as a
You
fighter
can
need
see
to
our
know.
live
Actually,
But
stream
you can
it says-
smash things?
It said intelligence
Here I
should be.
am, my
Okay, well
face.
then
We are live
put it in
streaming
charisma.
here.
Nobody needs
Hop onto our
charisma.
website.
Well,
It just means
it
you're
depends
a-
on how you play it.
Yeah.
but
You're a
yes.
derpy
They're
fighter.
rolling their characters
What's your
tonight.
charisma? Oh, you have 0.
Mine's a 0.
I figured yours would be a little bit higher.
Roll Lindsay's.
She is a first timer.
That's a tough thing.
which is nice.
I bring so much
Awesome.
natural charisma.
We have Lauren here, rolling for our first full campaign. Nathan, who's diehard and apparently claims that he is Gary Gygax.
I did say that, but originally I think the sound was off when I said it.
It was.
No, there
so
were other secrets when you said that. But
Oh, okay.
and then Austin, who is lost.
So Lauren just
I
did
don't
all of
know
her
where I am.
rolling. Which are you going to decide?
Austin is
Are
lost.
you going to
I
take the
have
book
it.
And
stats?
then if you see a
Or are you
little
gonna take
furries or here,
your
or
second
anything right
roll?
over
Because I know
here,
you're not taking your
You
first roll.
see this little sleepy dachshund. She will be making noise throughout the stream, or potentially just sleeping.
One of
So
these is yours. That one's
we are
yours,
live
right?
here.
yes, that
She
one's fine.
tends to sleep
And you need
very
two more.
loudly.
So I'm gonna give you,
Or I'm just going to take these
Yes.
twice.
do you want my green and blue? Because they stand out.
Where would I
And
find?
I'm gonna try just mine.
Okay.
No,
Dude.
I'm gonna do yours.
Where would I find what is plus and what is minus in rolls?
Plus and minus
Very front of
rolls.
the book.
Human. Oh, I get what
Very
you're saying.
front of the book.
I got it.
I'm trying to decide between. So my second roll has a 5 and a 7. Okay, this is helpful.
Yeah. No.
5 would be a -3.
Yeah, I'm going with the
7 is a
book.
-2.
I'm taking the book.
You had an 18.
I know I had an 18.
You had an 18. You could have gotten up to +5 on strikes.
But it's only a +2 modifier.
Huh?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, it would give you. Well, as a human,
You get a
it would bump
+4.
you up to because you get a +1 on everything as a human.
Yeah, as a human, you get +1. So you've got a 6.
You would
You've
have
got
a
a
16.
-2, and you've got a -1.
Oh, that is true. As a human, everything's a +1.
Yeah. So you have a +3 and a -2
So another thing for anyone rolling a character for the first time, there's different
and a minus.
advantages.
Okay, so a -2 and a
being different
-1
characters.
to a +3.
A
That's
half
your-
elf will
I
get
think your levels
+2
will
to
probably
charisma
net-
and +1
levels will
in
net
2
zero.
other categories. A human will get +1 in everything. A dwarf, I believe, gets +2, like plus in strength.
Depends on your subclass.
Well, there's
Yeah,
there's
your
one
subclass.
that's guaranteed, and then there's a
Mhm.
subclass one that's added onto it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you gotta read through all these. Are you
I
gonna
will
your-
take my second roll.
She's gonna take her second roll.
Like I said, we are live.
This is great. Okay, no, I'm really excited for that.
I
'cause
put
your
my
strength-
18 here.
So you put your 18, and you could just add 1 to it now because you've got your.
You have +1.
So put 19.
Oh, so you have 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Which means she only needs 1 more, and she gets a +5.
So charisma I can put low because I'm a fighter and I pick fights, right?
Yep,
I
sure.
don't get along with people.
All right. While you figure out that math,
Okay.
Austin is gonna start
Here,
his
take
rolling.
this. Take
Okay.
this.
But here, okay, are you good there?
Number
This
1, 2.
rolling is a very stressful time.
It is a very
I'm
stressful
stressed
time.
out and I don't know what's
Oh,
happening.
here.
Maybe that's
Lindsay,
why.
do you want to
You
go?
want to go? Let's.
Let Lindsay go. Let Lindsay go.
That way, while they're figuring that out, I can do my Lindsay.
Roll them.
All right.
Wait,
How
so
many
You
do you
got
need?
these 4 here.
I don't know.
You have
Okay.
4d6s.
You
On your
can
own?
either roll on the
I
book or
have
if you
whatever
want.
Jared needs.
I would roll.
Yeah, roll
on the table.
You should have a full set there.
Yeah.
Nice.
What
She's
page
got-
do I
she's
need
got a
this
good
on?
set of
Do I need
dice.
to be writing?
All right, I'll keep
Austin's
track.
got
Austin
it.
will write.
Austin's
Do you
I'll
need
keep
my
track.
papers?
Austin's
No.
Austin's our stat tracker.
Oh,
I,
okay.
Nathan, and
So
color
I just
commentary.
roll dice, right?
I mean, that's accurate.
That is
Okay.
accurate. Yep.
So I'm
roll them
rolling
4.
dice.
Keep them
Roll
on the
4.
table.
And I did not.
And you did.
But it's a
I
4.
I don't follow
Okay,
Okay, so we
instructions
have
well.
5, 4,
So
4. So
5,
that's a
4, 4
13.
is a 13. That's a good
solid.
first roll.
That's a fantastic first roll.
It's a good first
All
roll.
right.
All right. Back hold up.
5, 5. We got 15.
That's a
on
15.
I
second
should have
roll.
used those dice.
Lauren is jealous of the dice.
Very
As of right
Sorry,
now.
the camera's there.
Jared's probably jealous because apparently his dice are on.
Don't
Yeah.
jinx them. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Take all the good rolls. Take all the
Take
good rolls. I see a 4. Oh my gosh, that's a 14.
6 and
Is it?
No, it's a 15.
That's a 15. I was
It's
gonna
a
say I think
15.
that's a 15.
Lindsay is doing what we all want to.
Yes. This is what we dream of.
Okay, I see 2
That's-
3s.
I got a.
Dungeons
That's
and
an 8.
Dragons
That's an 8.
tab.
That's an
Okay.
8. Okay.
I'll take it.
Solid.
Okay.
I don't know what it means, but I like big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You got
And
2,
5, 5, and 2s. 12.
12. So
Is that all of
1, 2,
them?
3, 4, 5. You have one more.
One more of this round.
Yeah.
No, I see a 5.
That's a
I see
4.
It was a
That was a 4 on the bottom.
We've
So
got
I got
14.
2 5s.
You're taking this. I'm just gonna
rolling her.
You're probably going to take that.
Roll them again, though.
Oh yeah, because you might do better.
No.
But these are fantastic.
Lauren is so jealous.
This is.
There's already a rivalry
I
starting
know
here.
my wife.
Oh, you laughed at it right there.
No.
I
I'm
did
not
only roll
comforting.
above a 10, apparently. That's all I know how to do.
You have round 2 of Rollin.
So I
The
have
first
to go
round was
again?
13, 15, 15, 8,
We
12,
are live.
14.
So I go again?
Gives me too much
Yes,
Just
do it
keep
again.
telling me and then not
Just keep rolling.
We are the
4, 5, 4,
13.
13 again.
So you have
That was
13.
your first roll
That's,
last time.
yeah, I was going to say it's
Already?
13s.
Three.
A
I
six,
see.
2 6s and a 4. So
Uh,
that's
16.
16.
Jeez. I'm using those dice.
Yeah, Austin has just
Officially.
decided
I'm using
Lindsay,
those.
if you want to make money, charge per roll.
That's
I'll do
11.
it. That's 11.
That's 11.
You could buy a 3rd set of dice for yourself.
I've got
3.
but on the
6,
table,
5, 4. That's 15.
it's 15.
Wow.
On the table is 15. Seriously, these dice.
This is ridiculous. Oh my god!
That's another. That's a 17.
Oh my god!
Wait, so I wasn't supposed to get these dice on weighteddice.com?
Wait a minute.
Roll one more.
Roll one more.
Oh my god!
We should have.
Here's the thing: is I thought I had a really good character. That's a 14.
That's a 14.
Does she? Is that all of her rolls?
That's it. 1, 2,
And she
that's
did
it.
better that time.
And you did better that.
Okay,
she
but
did
I
better.
rolled it and I still got
And then
two
she
ones.
rolled it, and then she got what? You got
You
a
still got
13.
13.
Split it.
Which is her first.
She got 2 6s and 2 1s.
I'm getting my ones out of the way now.
Is truly a sorcerer.
I'm
Okay,
not rolling up.
so Lindsay,
Roll down the numbers.
I'm just gonna call which one you're probably going to take.
The second one, right?
Yes, you're gonna take the second one. Her from highest to lowest is 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 11. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. I will write down the book stats just so you know them, which would be 15, 14, 13, 12, and 8.
I would put 12, 12, 8.
I'm going to put a star into the
That's
one
what
I
I
think you should take. You look at those and you decide
Wow.
what you want to do. That's
Here's
what?
I've got another character.
Well, I mean,
I've got another
yeah.
character that I play, a human
Yeah, I mean,
cleric.
that's kind of obvious.
And my human cleric rolled similar to this. Austin was there
Like, I
for
rolled
it.
better
I was.
than the book.
But that
And
Yeah, you did.
I'm
it's
kidding.
exciting to play this
Yeah.
kind of character.
Get it,
because
girl.
Oh my gosh.
You feel
We're
unstoppable.
kicking off the
I'm
night
I'm waiting
wonderfully.
already!
Lauren's
Is that-
gone.
It's
It's beginner's
works,
luck.
right?
That's really what it is. It's
Oh.
beginner's luck.
Lauren's
I would,
gone.
I would just step around it. You can.
No, no, she
okay.
already-
committed.
Alright,
She's
then.
committed.
She exited pretty well.
So we get to see if it's her hand or if it's the dice.
All right, Austin's up.
Wait, I'm winning.
Do you need? Are you gonna?
Sure. Why not?
Oh,
You can write. All right. Here's here's a
I
pencil.
thought your die
I
went
got it.
first.
Is that my pencil?
Apparently, only to
Oh.
me and Lauren and anyone else.
It's just you, who's already cursed because she's a tiefling. Here we
So
go.
maybe the double curse makes a good thing.
I have a 14 to start.
Yep, you do.
See, now they're gonna ruin them.
I have
Holy
a
cow.
15.
Are you sure?
Alright, so the cast is still rolling. What we're
I
seeing
have
here,
a
12.
12.
what we're seeing
yes.
here are some really good rolls with a set of dice that is now making its way across the table.
I might re-roll my character. Just kidding. It would go
So-
horribly
9,
for me.
10.
It would go horribly.
What we'll find tonight, as soon as this is rolled, the characters won't have much of a backstory, they won't have much description, or you may pass through.
15.
Just don't ask how well he's been doing. Yeah, you
It's not the careful most.
We don't need a cast member killing themselves on night one.
Yeah, we haven't lined up
The
the
roll
13.
furniture.
Or breaking furniture.
many
So
you have on
the
that?
characters
No,
will
you're
be
done.
rolled here
That's
in a
it?
few minutes.
1, 2, 3,
We'll
4,
go
5,
on a
6.
brief break.
Okay.
Talk about the next little.
Go one more.
bit.
Okay.
We're okay.
Sorry.
Am I
I'm really
allowed to
excited.
I just feel so bad for my wife.
Ouch.
That was the correct response,
Sorry,
Nathan. 10.
honey.
So the characters are being rolled right now, mostly for their
Whoa,
stats.
you got it.
They
I
will
must
all be
re-roll that
making
one.
level 1 spells. So
12.
those of you who have already rolled, you
I
might.
can't spell.
Oh, no spells.
I did
spiked.
really
So
well
pick
in
your
spelling
weapons.
bee when I was
Yeah.
younger.
You'll be.
13.
I thought we were talking about spelling. So I was
You
talking
will
about
be-
the spelling bee that I did really well in.
Okay.
Okay.
It's down to these three.
Albuquerque.
Depends on what these.
I'm not doing it now.
Okay.
I mean, I can touch my spell map, but...
Okay.
That's 16.
So they will be
Okay.
finishing rolling their characters. We'll be picking a few different spells, cantrips,
It could still go either way for a second.
and then shortly after, a little bit of
That's 14. Which is still right there.
Honestly, it's literally. I just want to say, Austin has rolled
What?
the exact same thing except for one number's different,
and see what
That's a 15.
and you're gonna go with this one because you got 1 point better this time than you did last time.
Oh my gosh, you're right. That's the only one that's different.
Sorcerer.
This
Nice catch.
seriously,
That was the exact same rolls.
it was not in the same order, but you got the same numbers.
Okay,
For
so
one that was 1 point
yeah,
higher.
we got 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10. Which is not that much different from
Every time
here.
you level up, you go back through here.
Because this is 15, 14,
You just
13,
take
12,
that
10.
eight.
Worry about this here.
Double it.
Yeah, you take the 8 and make it 16.
You manage. Trust me.
Ha
So,
Honey, I'm
what
so
you wanna
excited
do
to see
is
your
you wanna pick
character.
4 cantrips
Mm-hmm.
and 2 first level spells. I will show you what they are.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm playing
Is
into
it
the low
over there?
charisma.
No, they'll be in the back, but I
Oh,
do
good.
have
That'll be
a
great for
app
streaming.
For you.
Just perfect.
Did I
Uh-oh.
write them down?
What did we just do?
What?
Yeah, you'll write them.
What do you mean? What did we
Do
do?
I write these numbers?
What's great for streaming?
Oh, Lauren's
My
low
low
charisma.
Oh, yes.
And playing into that character?
Nathan?
Huh?
Would you mind continuing with writing the numbers in, pluses and minuses, while I get a spell list up for
I
the sorcerer?
get-
I'm gonna
get-
jump on something real
I
quick. Give
get
me
a
1 second.
benefit
boss.
from
Yep.
charisma and something else, I think.
Oh, okay.
Intelligence, right? Is that what I read? Yes.
Probably.
My intelligence increases by 1.
I was
and
gonna
my
say charisma was what
increases
you
by
want to
2.
Yes.
you want to put your
So
stats
you
in
want-
as a
your-
sorcerer.
Your highest one is charisma.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was what, 17, right?
And your
So, and I get plus
Intelligence?
2.
is your dump stat.
Yeah, so
So-
you want
19.
Everybody
19
has
there.
one.
And then you're gonna put
I'm gonna cross this off so I know I get stat.
yep, and then you're gonna put +4 because the 19 is a +4
There.
to rolls. Great.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
My intelligence, I get a +1.
to your intelligence, you get a +1, but so like Jared said, your intelligence is actually where you're gonna put stats that, like, you put your lowest number there.
Yeah,
But even
your
for
lowest
you,
number.
that's an 11. So put 12 there and take a +1. Take a +1.
The dump stat is a +1
What would be
on our sorcerer.
more? And I guess it's
Yeah, right. Oh, that's such a rough time.
History? Okay, strength, dexterity, what is constitution?
That is what
We-
How
determines-
well you
People
can
of
handle
the-
your liquor.
I know
Dungeons
what
and Dragons.
constitution is, but I don't know what.
Your constitution determines your health abilities as well as, let's say you get poisoned, you would make a constitution saving roll.
So I want a high number there.
Your constitution would help boost your health, your total health level, and your dexterity would boost your ability to have armor. So your next two numbers are a 16 and a 15.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
would do 16 here and 15 there.
Yeah, that's
Just-
not bad.
Just so you are aware, there are some cheat sheets for you all out there, but people watching and listening in, strength is usually dealing with athletics. Dexterity is
13,
either acrobatics,
14,
sleight
and
of
I have
hand, or
strength and
stealth.
wisdom. So
Intelligence does with
as
magic,
a-
so arcana,
you're not gonna
history,
be swinging the
investigation,
weapon, right?
nature, and religion.
no, I don't even have one.
As a
Then
sorcerer,
don't-
you might
then
have
make
a
your
quarter staff.
strength the next lowest.
The 13.
As a
Yeah.
sorcerer, you might have a
But
quarter staff and you
acrobatics?
can swing with that, but that won't require strength. Yes, it will. For that
Yes,
one.
it will.
Yes, it will.
Quarter staff would be
Quarter
bludgeoning.
staff would be bludgeoning.
But it would be better to have good
Sure.
perception for a sorcerer
Oh,
than
yeah.
to swing a
Yep.
quarterstaff.
What would be better for a skill? Acrobatics or history?
Acrobatics.
Okay.
You're a fighter.
Do I
Yeah,
have to choose stuff?
Agreed.
You're the physical one. You don't
agreed.
need to know the
Wisdom,
history of things.
Wisdom deals with animal handling, insight, medicine, perception, and
Do you
survival.
need this
Yeah.
question?
Charisma deals with deception.
Oh, no, here, please take these
intimidation,
back.
Performance and persuasion.
No, she
Oh, no,
meant
no,
this.
I meant
Oh.
your paper.
But also
Oh,
get
no,
her
yes,
perception.
no, here, take your dice back.
Those are mine. I'll take those. Well, they're not
I can
mine.
get chainmail.
'cause I don't-
Or leather armor with a longbow and 20.
Let's see.
Chainmail. Here's
What?
that argument.
Armor question.
Chainmail. You're not going to be able to move with stealth, and it is technically heavier armor.
And so, for those on stream here, you are now introduced to the 5th hidden cast member here. This is Tinkerbell. She
Hi,
is
Tinkerbell.
a 6-year-old miniature dachshund as of tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Tank!
So, she'll be
gosh.
6 years old tomorrow. She is a little happy love bug.
right.
She will be
Who's
joining
the
in the
worst
stream,
auntie
probably
uncle?
stepping on papers, rolling dice.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Rolling them or accidentally swallowing them?
Yes.
I think she
Not
wants you guys
swallowing.
and not
She
me.
doesn't.
I mean, I don't want her to swallow. I like my dice.
So, Lindsay, you will be getting a few cantrips. Let's make those.
But what is this other stuff?
So do you want to? So the thing about leather armor is you're more dexterous.
If I'm taking on
you put your
acrobatics,
plus
I can
numbers
get
up
rid
here.
of it.
Would you? Yeah. What
Yeah, if you're.
Yeah. What is your dexterity like? Because that's the other thing is leather
this one's a
armor.
Plus 12.
I don't know.
Leather armor.
The only thing I'm good at is being strong.
Who's here?
Then maybe take chainmail. Because here's the thing:
So this is
chainmail has a base stat, but leather armor is a stat plus your
it's
dexterity. So your dexterity is only going to be a plus
divided
1,
by 2, rounded down.
right?
So this is a 2.
Right.
That's a 3.
So it would be a number plus 1. Whereas chainmail, what are you looking for?
Okay. Plus 2.
All the
plus
pluses and minuses.
Uh-huh.
3. Minus 10 divided by 2.
I
Minus
once
10 divided by 2, 3. Yeah.
at Christmas
Rounded
time
down, so
I
that would
led
be 2.
Jeez.
her entire
Where is that?
family.
So she's
through
high in
character
charisma.
building.
What? You're high in dex.
Who, me?
That would be
Or-
one.
Lauren, she's looking for dex.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I could have told you those numbers.
let's see. These will be all of
So,
this stat matching up.
I'm
So,
gonna
dexterity.
Swap these two because we have a
I'll call
charisma
out
person.
what type of check it is. We'll deal with
Minus
these
1.
here in a little bit.
Minus 2.
Let's get a few things here.
So you got pluses and some good stuff. So here's the thing: is you went with strength actually.
Mhm.
So because you went with strength instead of dexterity, you chose an up close fighter. So I would go with chainmail.
Stream,
Oh,
we
I just
are
did that
still
'cause the
rolling
book said
characters
shit.
here for the next little bit.
So if you want to change your constitution to +1,
So
if you wanna switch that around,
cantrips
it
are
says
things
to
you
choose
can cast
strength
for
or
free.
dexterity. It said dexterity is: are you going to
There are things like
stab with
Oh,
swords,
okay.
or are you going to? You could also hit with big swords, big
You can
axes,
extend your
use
hand.
strength.
and you have resistance.
Dexterity
against,
is for
like,
bows,
swings,
slings, some smaller
Um,
swords, daggers.
booming blade.
Gotcha.
You can increase.
So what kind of weapon do you
some
want?
of your
Where does
spells.
it go?
Sword.
So cantrips will be here. You'll put 4 here.
One
You
big
put
sword
2
or
there.
2 small swords?
So do I probably use a shield? How do I not? Do I just make
So you want
spells?
one
You
big
have 2
sword.
slots total
I
right
guess so.
here,
Then that would be
and then
strength.
don't put any. Don't put
You
anything
can
there.
use dexterity.
When you use
spells.
depending
when
on
you
the
use
sword.
them,
Am I
these are
right,
all
Austin?
spells. When you use them,
What?
make check marks.
Like Talon
You'll name it back
uses dexterity
afterwards.
or
You
strength.
need, we'll talk about that later. You'll put your
Talon,
two spells
it depends on if it's a finesse
so
weapon.
For level 1
If
spell,
it's a finesse weapon, which would be a
there's
short
bunch of
sword,
different
rapier,
So-
or a
hand,
what's the
which
curve?
is
Scimitar.
hand,
those you
and
can use
when
your dex for
range is-
Gotcha.
because they're light, they're finessey.
I'm not going to tell my main campaign that though, because I've definitely been using my dex on Talon.
Well, I don't. I think
I've
a
been
long sword.
DMing that.
I think a long sword is
It says the word
solely
versatile.
strength. Yeah, but versatile means 2 hands.
What's the base stat for chainmail?
Yeah, versatile D10. That's 2 hands.
Right. I
And
asked
that
Jordan. He said I could use
It's a
it.
very good one.
Well,
That is
if the
a
DM says it, it
big,
is so.
long
I'm pretty
shot.
sure I asked.
DM
'Cause I
greater
asked-
than rules.
I asked which stat. do I
DM
get.
allows nothing.
Chainmail. What is it?
Do you want to know where it is in the book?
This is
Like, what's its
super amazing.
plus, like you said, it's a.
Then we need to look in the book. My wife thinks I have literally everything memorized.
You
I have Wilson.
You have about
You
80
play
percent.
often, huh?
I do have a lot of stuff memorized, but I actually don't have chainmail on any characters.
Chainmail is
And
16.
that'll be
Wait,
the
no.
book.
Yeah.
These guys
Is
want,
it base
I know
16?
I can help
What? Well, it's chainmail would be base 16, but you have to have a strength of 14.
interesting.
I want to say for
Especially
chainmail.
Yeah,
I do have that.
Chainmail is
interesting if you're
base
flying, you can
16,
fly
but a
or
strength of
take
13.
damage.
Excuse me.
So
Okay.
if
And
you
what
jump
is leather?
off-
Well, here's the thing. You have disadvantage on your stealth throws.
Magic
Yeah,
uses
so
Gotcha.
your
magic.
dex
They're
modifier is not very high. You would have an armor class of 12
on
if you took
level
leather
one,
armor, but if you take
3 things.
chain mail, which is heavy armor,
kind of like
you would have 16. You would have disadvantage on any stealth,
So it's 16,
but you would have
Great.
16 as your armor class. And if you take a
16.
shield, it will be
Make them
18.
sad.
13,
basically.
Gotcha.
12, and 10.
Okay.
they're poison. They're poison.
That's what a lot of fighters
Hang on
do,
to that for the moment.
Okay.
So
unless they have really high
Red
dex.
sickness, okay?
I mean, I could make my dex.
I mean, you
nice.
could,
Silent
but then you're going to
is
stand further away.
nice.
Okay.
Do you want to stand further away and fight? Are we going to all stand far away and fight?
No, I'll get in the fight.
Okay, good. Okay, so are you leaning towards strength then?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
Okay.
going strength.
Nice thing is
Because
you
I'm
learn lower
tossing
level
up my
one spells.
strength, intelligence, charisma, and I'm like,
should I pick a spell where
Yeah.
I can like make illusions
You're
and
smart.
objects, or where I can
Yes, I am
poison
smart.
people,
Okay.
Do you want to know about my
a bunch
character?
of people like 60 feet away.
Shut.
Would it affect everybody or just people
What is
who
it,
made
Right,
it?
so
It's
Not
a ray,
everybody.
so it's
woohoo!
toward a creature within range.
Can you give me water?
as you
Yeah.
go, you'll be able to learn 2 more level 1s. So if you have like 3 that you like in
What's
level
open
1,
the lid for?
pick one
I'm
you like
being a
now,
nice
you can-
I
guy.
know, but I like
Well,
both.
see, this is what I
I
have
like
to
ray
deal
of
with. We
sickness.
used to live together.
Right.
This nonsense all the time.
Now,
Now they
Ray
live
of
together and she
sickness?
has to deal with it.
Ray of
I like
sickness
Ray of
or
sickness.
illusion? I'm taking votes.
Ray of what?
Ray of sickness or illusion? What do you like better?
I like Ray of Sickness.
that's what I said.
Thinking.
That's
Ray of
very.
sickness.
Ray of Sickness. Because I
And
think it
then
would be
you
really
have
funny
Ray.
to be mid-fight and just have a guy double
Just
over.
have everyone
with just
poison.
really
You're
bad
gonna
gas.
brains out.
That's like something I would do.
It does.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
And then you have 4 cantrips to pick.
So then I should probably take hand axes over a crossbow, or to be
does
to
the
have
ray of
something
sickness
range.
like kind
You
of
could throw
counteract
hand axes.
Oh, okay.
What's your strength?
The nature of
19.
Plus
it.
4.
Okay,
It's a
good.
19.
You're chaotic.
Then I won't.
Chaotic, good that one.
I was like, strength is going to be my dumb stat.
Okay, and then I have to pick 4.
Well, you can
from the
transform
other
into a-
thing?
See, that's the thing. If I need anything,
Side.
I want to charge up my
So
Ooh.
4
well
from
my
the
natural
level 0.
constitution,
I like
Hmm.
this one.
Message.
so that I get hit
Is
points
that
as we go.
good?
But then my intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Yeah, that's nice because then
Oh,
you
my
can,
saving
you
throw
can
is
send
strength
messages
and
to your team that they wouldn't know.
Or is it strength
Mage
and
hand is
Jeez,
also
I
kind
found a
of
way to
fun.
get it.
concentration?
No, you were the same way, weren't you?
Well, yeah.
Plus 3 in 3 categories. And then I have 2 plus 1.
What does it do?
You got a broken leg.
So
Writing it like that.
Control them?
This is
it's
just me
that
doing.
other-
It's like a
I'm
flying
gonna
hand
do
that
it
you
on
can
there
get behind
for
and
real.
around and over things.
Yeah.
This is just me
Yeah.
like
Plus
doing
3
that.
areas.
What do I put
Nice.
for proficiency?
Nice.
For proficiency, that should be in creating a character. In the very front, I am not recalling offhand. Let me get my
Wait, proficiency bonus sheet?
Mm-hmm.
It would
I mean,
be
it's always
plus 2
2 to whatever you're assigned. So
until you
I
level
feel
up.
like-
It's
Oh,
your
yeah, so
fighter.
it's plus 2 right
I
now,
feel
yes.
like
Yeah.
light is a
Yeah,
good
so it's
basic
2.
one to have.
Unless you
Plus
have
two,
dark
you get
vision, which you do.
You do.
I do.
Yep. So you can see 60 feet in the dark, like it was.
Armor
See,
class
that
what?
would have been
Normal
helpful.
light.
Armor class
Okay.
Is there
16
anything
because you're
else I
taking
can do
chainmail.
that I didn't know about?
Remember,
You can
it's
stack
plus
people with your
2
tail?
for their shield.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, I knew that.
Initiative is your dexterity.
I
It's
knew
plus
that
1.
one.
Here we go. Strength.
Shape of water.
And then your
Shape of
speed
Water?
is a human.
The
so
movie
you're
from
30
last-
No, like
30
you can
feet.
shape. That was a good movie though.
Our friend Doug Jones was in it.
Yes,
oh,
Doug
yeah,
Jones.
I think we talked about this
Oh
before.
yeah, we did.
I
Mhm.
watched it on a flight because I knew I wasn't going to be sleeping
Yeah.
anytime soon. So
And we are the Stumble On In. We do have side conversations. As we have a few actors and a few people who are into movies here.
We do.
or
Yes.
just random.
Or just.
All right.
random.
Fun story for anyone who knows the actor Doug Jones. When Austin and I were living together, I once was working on an audition. I was running lines at my apartment. Austin had actually gone to lunch with Doug Jones.
He's a sweet, amazing man.
He's an amazing
He's
guy.
amazing.
He drove Austin back to our place
He
and then
did.
walked inside as I'm just like on the couch running lines and I'm like, Doug Jones is in my apartment. And he just came over and he was like, you are going to do amazing at your audition. You're going to kill it. Just go and you're working and I'm so proud of you for getting this audition. I was like, what? That's amazing. I didn't book the role, but it all felt great. Moral of the story. Feel
I
good.
feel like I should
I
have
think I
something
rolled.
defensive.
You think you rolled? Did you
She's,
pick your skills?
Yeah.
Did your skills
Are
picked?
none
Cool.
of these okay? I have
Acrobatics
to
and
pick-
athletics.
Prestidigitation?
I have to, right?
Do it. It's a good one.
Is it?
Did you grab
I
your
have
background
to.
yet?
No. Like just.
Really quick. What does it say with
to
the...
roll that at home?
I mean, it's soldier, right? Quick
Yeah.
build
Oh, yeah,
is a
yeah,
soldier. So really quick, if you just go to soldier back here,
Talk about spelling.
you'll get a couple extra skills, I believe. Just two.
Got it. Sailor.
Fought by a
Soldier.
sailor man.
Huh.
You also get athletics and intimidation.
Oh, I like
Nice.
intimidation.
Soldier.
Very much good thing.
Is that moving 5?
Oh, so you can pick a different one from your list. A fighter. What were the other ones on the list of
Do you think
fighter?
it's better to move earth or shape water?
Move Earth. Move
Yeah,
Earth.
there's more earth, right?
And
Yeah.
this is another spotlight for Zeba Shu's animated spellbook.
Yes, I was gonna say the move Earth is
The Move Earth
amazing.
spell is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yep.
So good.
Yep.
I actually have to rewatch that one because I
FYI,
haven't.
I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, and I've watched tons of Z's videos just because I like the animation. So
They're really
Even
entertaining.
just
entertaining.
watch them.
It's true.
Plus, Z is just a really cool person. So.
I love his.
His delivery is really solid.
Check
Very
out his
dry.
video about healing word and just what happened to the party.
Oh, is that one of his full stories?
It's yeah, it is story based. It's here's what happened in a campaign,
I think I'm gonna do this
Um,
message one. Okay.
and then the Featherfall one.
The Featherfall one's amazing, which did spark some of
I was gonna say.
yeah.
The
Yes.
last game that Austin,
feel like
Jared, and I
none of
played
these are
together
defensive.
was
They're all offensive.
crazy and resulted in a.
My current
Featherfall.
issue is what skills do you pick when most of them have to do with wisdom, and your wisdom's a -1?
Well,
Why'd you put?
Make friends.
Why'd you go with intelligence instead of wisdom?
Because you said to.
It's true.
Uh-oh.
You said 12, 12, 8.
I wouldn't have put. I mean,
You did tell her what to do.
well, here's
So-
no, because she came to me and said in the fighter thing it says go with wisdom,
well, then go with it.
or it says go with intelligence.
So go with
And
intelligence.
I don't. Intelligence to me, I never like.
What
It's
matters
high on
more,
my-
guys? To be intelligent or to be wise?
For a
I would
wizard,
say-
it matters a lot to be intelligent.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Not necessarily wise. Interclass.
The next highest score should be Constitution or Intelligence. I went with Constitution.
Okay,
So
well
I
then
went with
switch your intelligence and wisdom.
DM allows.
Until we start playing.
Does DM advise?
I'm actually gonna leave the rolling to you guys.
Don't leave the rolling to me. We saw what happened.
Well, I would mostly trust the two dudes to your left.
Guys,
Mostly.
What?
This one
Turn
is
just a
called
little
True
bit,
Stuff,
you know?
where you
Yeah, I
can
know.
see, like you can point at someone and
or
see
is
their
he?
defenses.
Here.
Oh no, he's not. You're good. Never
That's
mind.
good, right?
Yeah.
What's this? Where you can point at
While
someone and
at
see their
white
defenses.
people, thank you,
Oh,
Rob, who appears in your photo as white, but internet photos might not be.
Hey Rob.
Hey, Rob, thanks for
What
joining
is-
this white people cast.
Yes.
What's wrong?
That was not intentional. It's just the way it worked.
It's what happened.
I feel like we did good splitting it 50-50 male and female, to be honest with you.
50-50 for the players.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, our party is...
Unfortunately, the
Take
DM,
balances out.
the DM is
Oh, yeah,
here
what about
just to screw with them.
Dogs are people too.
Can
Dogs.
somebody
Dogs are people.
It's true. It's true.
I'm gonna stay out of that
wisdom
one.
versus intelligence?
Stay the weekend with her. You'll find out
Go
it's
with
true.
wisdom. Perception
Uh,
rules. Happens all the
Perception.
time.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't have
Oh, yeah.
kids, people. Just get a dog. It's the same.
Okay. So...
It's the same.
It's the same thing.
Except you can leave them alone for 8 hours at a time.
Even when they're a
If
puppy.
you- It's true.
Just drop some food in their bowl.
Yeah. I mean, technically you could do that with a kid, but you'd probably get arrested.
Yeah.
But we are in LA,
Too soon.
so we could get arrested.
Speaking
for
of
leaving
which,
them.
I love LA. That's my Randy Newman.
Okay, I think I picked stuff. I wrote stuff down.
Okay, Nathan, do you mind helping me with the skills section briefly? As I'm
Sure.
monitoring a few things on our stream.
Here, if you want to hand it over.
Okay, I'll just do it for
Insight or
you.
perception?
Well,
As a skill.
probably to get an idea of what you've.
Alright.
Then do I
So-
get a proficiency bonus in that? Or is it
Do I?
just...
What do I need?
Oh,
to
what
be
are my
looking at?
proficiencies?
Just
I think it's
looking at
wisdom
my
and-
race?
You picked it as 1. You get it. Was that 1 on your fire list?
Yes.
Then yes, you get +2.
Okay.
Adventuring.
Okay.
Dexterity checks.
What are your saving
What am I
throws?
doing? That's what I'm doing.
Saving throws. Where would that be?
It would say saving throws.
She doesn't
I
have
don't
saving
have
throws
any.
filled out right now.
I know, but in the tiefling,
In the tiefling.
it says.
I don't have any.
Flip the page.
And then it goes to something else.
Saving throws. Let me see if I can pull my tiefling here.
I have. It's
Wait,
like, it has
Do a
names.
little. That's not the next page.
Yeah,
Try a
it
little.
is.
Tiefling
really
is actually 2 pages. It's really weird.
I know I'm blonde, but come on.
Come on.
Ability score, age, alignment, size, speed, dark vision,
What?
hellish resistance, infernal legacy, and language.
Wait, are saving throws under race? Oh no, it's class. Sorcerer. Sorry.
Yeah.
I need a
Yeah, that.
musical instrument.
It's just that tiefling's dressed as a sorcerer.
Yeah, she's
I
nice.
know, and it's funny because the one I do, I told Jared I was like, I have a problem because I feel like it looks more like a rogue, but
Yeah.
it's kind of the same. It's all
Yeah.
the same.
There are certain races that it was very clear that they were built to be a certain class.
Oh,
Yeah.
full X.
Tiefling, in my opinion, was built to be a sorcerer. So if you
Or
find
a
a sorcerer,
rogue. Or a rogue.
Or a
'Cause I was
rogue.
really torn. I was really torn. Anyways,
Or
not that I
we
know
can
what I'm talking
find
about.
sorcerer, find saving throw at the
Make
beginning.
your 4 cantrips.
Yeah, that's why you told me to save
Okay.
those. Wait, what? Wait, okay,
Sorcerer.
sorcerer.
Next page should have saving.
So much scrolling through the book.
Constitution and charisma.
Constitution and charisma.
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay.
This hit points looks important. Is this important?
Yeah. What are your hit dice?
1d6 per sorcerer level.
Alright, then you have a d6. You have one of them right now. Which means also that your health is 6 plus
Plus
3.
6. At first level, 6 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yep, so
Okay.
you're at 9, which is the same as me.
Hit points are higher level. So that doesn't matter right now, right?
Not right now. Your initiative is going to be +2 thanks to your dexterity. Your
That's
speed
nice.
should be 30 because you're a tiefling.
It's alright. It's alright. 30 means the amount you can move per turn. Your initiative is when you roll, so you get a +2 to your d20 that you roll, so the big die, and that helps get your turn order.
Can I apologize to everyone watching that they have to listen to all the basics explained? I'm sorry.
Here's the thing for everyone. A lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people are interested. This game is making its comeback, so people are watching in the same boat as you. They're learning alongside of you. We use the rules as much as we need to. We also don't try to shove them down your throat. So yes, this is
It's
a
a
lot.
big book.
This is a lot now.
They
but
actually
we-
gave me 2, and they're kind of heavy,
Which one?
and
Oh,
a
you have
ton of
the
and a ton
Yeah,
of
she's
like
got my second
papers.
daughter.
So yeah, there's a lot. Look at they gave me a book with tabs, and I'm trying
And
to just remember
I would
what
encourage
colors
everyone
each of the tabs goes
to, if you're playing, and if your family's playing, whatever, at least get one hard copy of the books you're using in your household. That's just the best way to support the companies, to support the games. It's just good to have those hard copies.
and
around.
it's way easier than a phone.
I'm going to
It is.
pick a different background.
I mean, that's a you can do that.
Great. Then change all of your skills there.
I will.
Yep.
Do you want to just use the quick build skills?
That would be probably easiest for you.
Cool. Your background is hermit, so really quick, find the hermit background.
That was in the other thing.
The background should actually be right about in here.
No, it was 120
Okay.
something is what it said. Because I read about
Not
it, and it basically is just saying that I lived alone for a long time.
Yeah,
It is.
Does have
But it also gives a couple skills that you automatically get because
Wait,
you're a
this
hermit.
is
Yep,
looking-
you're in
this is
the.
looking familiar.
Yep, you're close.
Here it is. That guy.
Great. So here, you automatically get 2 skill proficiencies. What do you get? when you're
Medicine and religion.
medicine and religion. So when I'm building, if I know my background, I actually like to look at it first for skills because you get some automatically. And because you get certain skills automatically, you get a whole list to choose from your class. So you can go back and it's like, oh, I have medicine and religion. If you look at the sorcerer, I'm guessing one of those is going to be on that list. And so instead of picking that one and then later seeing, oh, I get that one automatically, and then going back and picking a new one, you're starting with the ones that you definitely get from your background. And now you can go in and choose 2 more.
Yeah. Wise.
Thank
There's
you,
wisdom.
Austin. Being the wonderful way that D&D has evolved over the years, I enrolled a character back in the 3 series, so
Woo!
a while ago. And that
Mhm.
was a fairly different setup than it is now. 5
Spellcasting.
is a lot
class
easier.
features.
5th edition.
I was gonna
is
say,
a
it's
lot
very
easier to
streamlined.
do it.
Choose 2.
But it
For
is,
sure.
it is different.
I
And
don't know what they
honestly,
mean.
I have not rolled a
Arcana,
single
deception,
character in
insight,
5.
intimidation.
Oh, seriously?
The character I did
I
play,
feel like-
I'll say Draconar.
Draconar.
Did you not roll him?
Draconar was
Religion.
rolled by
Arcana is
none
gonna
other
be-
than you two.
You can
You guys were texting me as you were filling out Draconar.
get,
It might have been partially rolled by Jordan.
I'm assuming it was rolled by Jordan.
whatchamacallit.
You guys were texting
I think he
me
rolled
on
your
magic.
stats, and then we filled out your skills and everything.
Yeah, so-
I remember sitting there now that you mentioned it with a book, with the handbook, just like flipping through, trying to figure out who you were going to be.
The character that I played was a Dragonborn
I
sorcerer
feel like
that
I would definitely go with
it's
that one. I
mostly
would think
rolled
the
by
rest
the
of them
group.
is how you want to play your character. Do you really want to be good at lying? Do you want to be good at intimidating people, persuading people to do something, or what
I
is
feel
that?
like when I talked about it, do you think like insight or persuasion over like intimidation and deception?
Yeah, probably. The way you're talking about your character was a bit more like stick to the sides, fight if you have to, really try to understand the world around you.
So
And,
insight maybe?
Insight, be the one.
Cool.
Because
Cool, cool.
your persuasion means you're going to be up close and kind of pushing people around. I think your character's going to be hiding back a little bit.
Yeah.
The way you
Yeah.
described her.
So there you go, a sneak peek.
Sneak peek.
And
If people are still watching.
Right now, I think we're fluctuating on 0 and 2.
Yeah.
So, as we go along, I know this isn't the most exciting right now, but here in a few minutes,
Oh.
we will be, yeah. Thank you,
Oh,
Rob
yes.
Harmon, again. You're probably
Rob
not
Harmon!
watching.
It's just sitting there.
You the
saying,
man.
LOL white people.
You the
that's all
man.
I can
LOL
see.
at white people, and then 2 lines above.
Not wrong.
Oh, that was
suggestion
Rob?
for Austin.
Yes.
Rob, thank you. And then a
This is
suggestion
Juliana
from
Watch.
from
She's talking about her
Justin
daughter. And
for
she was-
Austin's name would be
Ugh,
Dickus Dickus.
white.
Oh yes,
Well,
we
It's
mentioned
like a
we mentioned
6-year-old.
that.
She's
Or
so bad.
Ventus, or
We-
Minimus.
yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
crooked.
we'll see.
I picked folk
¿Dónde
hero.
estás, Dickus?
What?
I picked folk hero.
Folk hero.
Yeah.
Why?
She is amazing.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for you?
Yeah.
It means that I became a fighter not because I was in the army, but there was a need that I rose to meet.
Was that
And
the
now
time
it
they
has
asked me what
changed
color to
my
get you?
path.
Yes, Lindsay is speaking
But then
of
why
my
did they ask
DM
what color to
screen.
get you if it has all the colors on it?
Because the base
the border.
screen. The base
It's the
Oh,
screen.
the border.
So if I were to take parts of my DM screen out, which a wonderful birthday
Oh.
present from my other D&D group that I play in
Woo!
is a modifiable DM screen
That's not
that
too
you
bad.
can put pieces in the front and the back.
We realized
Very, very
which
nice
one
because you can
is it.
customize everything.
Sassafras.
We realized
Okay, so I am at
Huh?
a week and a half. ago,
rolling.
we
I
realized
think personality traits.
So we had to go out because we were like, okay, it's
Oh.
time.
Lindsay, you got
Lindsay, you
anything
get
marked?
more
You good?
armor.
Oh, you get more armor.
No, you
I
get
don't
no
know.
armor.
Oh,
He
no
took
armor.
my papers and he's writing on
Okay.
them.
Okay.
Nathan will get you settled.
What is the armor class? Is 10 plus dex?
10 plus dex.
Great.
No
So your armor class is 12.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And
That
then
should. That's
and then we need some base packs of equipment, I think, for her.
yes.
I have a herbalism kit
You have an
You
herbalism.
do get one of
kit.
those.
because I'm a hermit.
Hey.
Or was a hermit, I don't know.
It's true.
Once a
I
hermit, always a
believe
hermit.
it tells you what you can pick.
Well, okay,
Oh,
so
so yeah, that hermit gives you some stuff.
it told me it was like back here. It gave me a scroll case stuffed full of notes from your studies, a wizard blanket, a set
Lovely.
of common clothes, and an herbalism kit, and 5
Personality.
GP.
I need a D8.
5 gold pieces.
Wow.
Do I write
Lovely.
this down?
Oh, I need to
Yeah.
see how
So
much
at
I
the
get
bottom
to.
center, you will see a bunch of little boxes. You'll see a GP there, so add a 5 to it. And anything to the right of those boxes,
Spells.
you can mark down what you have in your pack.
Oh, there it is.
Like I said before, we can move you to a digital copy. We will save your digital
Oh, I need
copies
to be
away.
What should I play?
So I write down that like I have a blanket and
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice, and we can put that in a digital copy.
Mr. Viscar, we love you.
Yeah, so my
We really
one of
do.
the
We truly love
this
you.
is this is Austin and my 3rd DM group
Sorry.
at once, or Dungeons and
Dungeons and
Dragons
Dragons group.
at
Yeah.
once, because we're addicted. And Jared has taken over DMing in one of our groups recently.
Yes.
DMing this group, and in our other group, my other DM saw my post
Yeah.
about our show that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
oh,
And I just want to read Michael Thomas Visker. He's an amazing actor as well.
Oh, fantastic.
He does a lot of
Brilliant
stage
singer.
stuff. He's actually, if you go to Disneyland, he's in the Frozen live show.
Check him out.
yoo-hoo, family!
That's him. But he said, I hate that you all are cheating on me, and that we have to wait another month.
Also, why isn't he watching? He's not fully being cheated on. He can still
You can
That's true.
You can
Yeah,
participate.
awkwardly.
He could
He
give
can
us.
name Austin's character.
He could name Austin's character. That's
Yeah.
so right.
Hey, MTV, give me a name. I'm really looking forward to your
If
suggestions.
he's here, I don't think he's here.
I don't think he's here. I'm gonna message him back really quick and
Do
tell
that.
him
Do
tell
it.
him
Do
to
that.
jump on really
I
quick.
keep getting...
And so you should also, Lindsay, in the sorcerer section, get to choose between a pack. I believe you would either get.
You know, this is a lot of flipping back and forth.
This is a
It is a lot of flipping back
I
and
don't
forth.
think I was
Um,
prepared for this.
Eventually,
Oh, it's
flipping
so
back and
much
forth will
flipping
be
back
a
and forth.
lot easier because
Mhm.
all you have to do is
Okay.
reference a couple pieces. The rest of the stuff will
Like
be easy.
driving a wagon or a horse.
Okay.
Or,
A Jeep
So-
RV.
As we had spoken here briefly, all of our players are currently
third
writing
choose-
down their stats. It is
Oh,
advisable to also keep a digital copy, so that way you can share with friends if you need to, print off a copy, have spares. These pieces of paper can get dripped on, smudged, crinkled, etc.
I mean, but they printed like 18 copies.
yeah,
so.
yeah, but we will make sure you have
That
a
was a
digital copy.
fluke.
We'll tell you a story another time about 18 copies of character sheets. But all of our characters here will be reflected in some form of a digital sheet at some point. So also,
Where's
the
the
nice thing
stuff
with
I'm
file
supposed
sharing
to
these
choose?
days, the DM can look over the changes and the fixes
Yep.
and things.
Right.
And he doesn't have to run a second sheet for everybody.
which is great.
Where
Which is
is
wonderful.
this stuff I'm supposed to choose?
Are you in the sorcerer's side?
I am.
I'm ready
Yeah.
to play.
You're ready to play. We are very close. So what is going to happen in the next few minutes? We'll get Lindsay settled. I think Austin's about settled.
I need to roll some personality traits. Actually, that's what I'm about to do.
Yeah,
Unless you don't want to do that.
You roll whatever you need to right now. Tonight
Okay.
is mostly going to be a little bit about figuring out your characters.
That's why I was going to roll personality
You
traits.
can,
Well, I
you can
mean,
roll
that's-
personality traits. I
Give
am
me at
allowing.
least
I am
something.
allowing also because this is a very
basic.
much a write your own, act your
What am I
own.
supposed to be choosing, sir?
I thought there was a list.
This
I'm
is
gonna
very much
punch
write
it.
your own, act your own. That if you don't like one of your traits, you can re-roll one or two more times.
I thought that.
CPSPE.
Consider these like suggestions.
Yeah, these are suggestions.
I just like how they make you.
And I picked
Yes.
a character that has Nathan.
Oh, it's
that he
under
hasn't
equipment.
memorized.
Oh yeah, the sorcerer is an interesting one. I was the first
So you
in the
can either
group that we
get-
played in, and
You can get one of those two
Yeah.
things, one of those two things, one of those two things, and you automatically get 2 daggers.
Well, geez, then.
Because
What did you
sorcerers are sneaky little people.
they are.
They're just.
Sounds
They
about right.
misty step behind
So
you.
wait-
I will
and
say,
then blast you
wait-
with
As a
that word.
wizard, because now let's talk about just the lore of Dungeons and Dragons really quick.
All right.
A wizard comes by their magic through studying it. I, as a wizard, will always have a spell book, and I can prepare different spells from that book for that day. So, as a wizard, I have all of my level 1 spells. During a long rest, I can change which spells I have prepared, and there's a certain way of figuring out how many you can have prepared. I can't just have all the level 1 spells.
It's a lot of paperwork.
It's a lot of paperwork that we won't get into. But in this world, a sorcerer comes by their power through, is it a demonic presence?
Yeah, it can be inherited.
Or is it inherited?
What I read.
What have you read on it?
Well, here, let me.
There's the slightly more vulgar way that somehow demonic blood has entered the family line.
But basically, it's unexplained.
Okay.
It's in the person, and it can lie dormant and come
I can do background
up at
later.
some point. It can be uncontrollable because they don't understand it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so a wizard,
unpredictable.
seeing this after all their hard work and seeing someone who just gets their powers through a means that seems a little shady, as a character, that might be something that I have to deal with.
It has to do with their ancient bloodlines. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Draconic.
Blah, blah, blah.
Infernal draconic.
Blah, blah, blah is a great lawyer.
This is a pitch for
15.
DNA testing.
Um,
You can
There you go.
swab, see where your magical powers come from.
So each of these things, I write them down where it says this or this. I pick one.
You pick one of the two
So it says crossbow or simple weapon. So I choose a crossbow.
You chose a crossbow. So you get crossbow and 20 bolts.
So-
Okay.
Dude, my personality traits are great.
Simple weapons are
They're
some
made
interesting
so well.
things. Crossbows will
Well,
keep
why
you-
would I
Yes.
choose a simple weapon when I have 2 daggers?
Yes.
True. True.
Ooh. That's actually very accurate.
Okay.
That's so accurate.
Crossbow, 20 bolts, a component pouch, or an arcane focus.
So, component pouch. I would pass. Let's do an arcane focus.
That's
A
the game,
lot
dude.
of the way spells are cast, you will see V, S, and M. So visual, somatic, and what is M? Why am I blanking? VSM.
Messianic.
Um,
No.
Material.
Material.
Messy.
Yes,
Material.
that's it.
There
Because
is.
it's the
So,
vocal, vocal somatic
So material would come from your component pouch.
and somatic. That's it.
Sometimes to cast a spell, it's like a bit of
And-
wool and a spider's
So-
leg.
I
Otherwise,
wrote myself.
visual means there's something that
Always
you
seem
do with your hands, and somatic means something that you say. So if you're bound or gagged, you can't use your
He's
somatic.
very-
Right, no, I know.
So I'm a little bit less
He's interesting.
like strict on the components, so I would do an arcane focus.
What is
I
arcane
will.
Focus. You explain what the components.
Arcane focus is one that a lot of things like your chromatic orb needs.
Yeah.
I would say you need an arcane focus.
Well, jeez.
So the component pouch does allow you to substitute any of your components out. If you're a little bit shy on a component, I'm not going to get in the way unless it's a really big spell.
So, quick
I'm gonna
difference between
wait for this.
Dungeoneer and Explorer packs.
Dungeoneer and Explorer packs. Let me pull it
I
up.
could tell you.
Go for it.
So the basic idea of it is that a Dungeoneer pack is meant to dive into caves, whereas an
That's fun.
Explorer pack is meant to wander the wilderness. So a Dungeoneer pack is going to have, is it pronounced pythons? It's the things that you like hammer into
as
for
you climb.
rappelling
Yeah.
down while
Yeah.
you climb. Where an Explorer pack isn't going to have that. It's going to have like your mess kit. It's going to have what you can need to live out in the wilderness.
Okay.
For yours, you probably would do the Explorer.
That's
Yeah.
what I
Yep.
was thinking.
And I can. This first little run through won't need to worry about delving into your packs, but we can run through what each pack has after the show.
Although it's
and,
always good to have a good cord of rope.
It is true.
That is, rope
I have
has
a tail.
rope has saved me twice.
I have a tail that's over 5 feet long.
Oh great!
So-
We'll just use that.
We'll just use that. So if you're thrown through a window and have a random druid on your back as
They can just climb down.
Little wizard tackles your paladin.
See, I was thinking
Out the
ahead,
window.
and you guys didn't even know it.
You were. And
So
we
you guys all
appreciate
think I don't know what I'm talking about, but perhaps I do.
that. Perhaps you're an expert. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
I think we are about rolled here.
I'm very, very close. I'm picking out some spells. Give me 1 second.
Break, or...
I was about ready to say, as we are very close to being rolled, we are going to roll into a break.
Oh. Break time.
So we'll take a few minute break here, and it'll be a bio break, re-up our beverages.
Only 8 bars.
Huh?
Only 8 bars.
I will let
Is that a
Nathan
song?
freestyle it here. As,
I was just gonna do like elevator music.
It's very elevator.
Alright, so as the cast is losing their mind, they are almost done with their sheets.
Okay, I should be. Okay. Can I change? These are very quick and dirty. Can I change cantrips before?
We're
We'll
going
talk over
We're
that
going
over.
on break. We're
Yes,
going on break.
during break. I'm so sorry. I've been just
Austin,
hurriedly
you broke
distracted.
it. We were so smoothly exiting.
You're welcome.
And we're out.
And this is what I have to deal with. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to take a brief bio break, drink break, figuring out Austin's troubles break. So, we'll
will take longer than 15 minutes to make on this break.
We'll get into solving Austin's troubles another stream. But we're going on a brief break. We'll be back to play a very brief short mission to see how these characters interact with one another. And stay tuned.
We have sound.
We have sound.
Hey.
We have sound. Not an epic failure. We all stepped out just for a minute to take
Get
a breather, get ice cream. You'll see here for the first little bit, they're all enjoying the wonderful homemade brownies and ice cream by cannot mention name on stream.
Cannot.
But it's really good.
But the brownies are by Lauren.
The brownies are by Lauren.
Oh no, I lied. Nathan made up the first bit and then I finished it.
Oh, wait.
Made by the honors. Like, sorry, I normally do all the baking.
Better yet, here it is. The brownies are by Lauren because what's yours is hers and what's hers is hers. Right,
That's
Nathan?
true. That's marriage.
That's marriage. All right, so we are back. Everyone's rolled their characters. Everyone's got their sheets. Not everything's fully rolled out tonight. I think the majority of it is, and we are good here. So, for whoever's still watching, if it's through our break, awesome. If you're not watching, hopefully you watched the recast.
And catch up.
You're recasting us?
What?
Hopefully watch the recast. Next week we have Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's your
said
role.
LOL at white people, and then there was a white girl who didn't know what was going on.
I'm probably gonna be replaced with like Colin Hanks, which is like cool, but
I imagine like a mixture of Colin Farrell and Tom Hanks.
that's pretty much Colin Hanks.
All right, so
Anyways.
This is where my brain went.
this is where your brain went. We are going to dig in. The characters are settled. We don't have names. Some of them are named, some of them are not. Biggest Dickus is still on the table for
Biggest
Austin's character.
Yes!
Yeah, so let's dig in. Tonight we are kicking off. We have a little bit of a get to know the game, get to know the players, get settled in episode 0, and then relearn and understand their backstories in episode 1. Alright.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
There's a ringing sound running through your ears as each of you open your eyes and stand up. Everything is white. Everything is bright white, and you almost think that for a minute you can't see. You're looking around, you then start to notice one another.
Keep going. This is so good. I forgot to plug in this light.
Striking.
All technical difficulties tonight. Let's make sure everything looks good on stream.
Boom!
Yeah,
See, look how much better that
And,
looks. Speaking of that bright white light,
there is still sound on stream. We haven't completely failed tonight.
not completely.
We will post photos on our Instagram of this mess afterwards, and you'll see how homebrew not only the campaign is, but this streaming session. So, our characters are waking up, ears ringing, everything is white. They start to notice one another at a distance, about 10-15 feet away from one another. Everyone seems to be in this white void. As they're looking around briefly, they get a chance to survey the area, but knowing the characters here, before any of them get to speak, a fifth figure appears. I'll let you guys continue to chew up whatever's in your mouth.
Okay.
A fifth figure appears from a distance, about 50-60 feet out, slowly walking up to them. Almost like there's a bright sun behind him, but there's no difference in the white void that you're in. It almost feels like if anyone has seen The Matrix, the moment Neo gets to that point in The Matrix where he can ask for anything, and he says, wait, can't quote too much here, but you know the rest.
Give me liberty or give me death?
That is what he said. And then guns appeared. But it is a very bright, searing white, and this one figure walking towards them seems to know the most of what's happening. Small, hunched-over man, about 102 in age, maybe 103, comes walking up. Adventurers! I knew you would be here soon enough. And ladies and gentlemen, you see my wife making faces because she has not seen me DM yet. Here it is. Adventurers! You're in a place where names mean nothing, where time means nothing, where one another means something. The Stumble On In just doesn't accept any patrons. So tonight is a test to see how you do. I have here, and as you see his hands go out, motioning to his left and to his right. On the left side you see what appears to be a small campfire with some figures sitting around it about 60 feet out. And on his right you see a small table about 60 feet out as well. I have 2 tests for you tonight. You must pass both of them, or die, or just give up and I'll send you back to where you want to go, but just do something. And so he stares at all of you, waiting for a response, waiting to understand what happens. And he seems to be this keeper of secrets, this man who just kind of knows everything, and more so, this doesn't seem like his first time challenging a group of adventurers.
Hello!
But,
Well, this does seem to be a predicament, doesn't it? Hello?
And just as a reminder, Nathan, what did you roll and what is your size? We're not introducing your character fully.
Yes, I am a halfling wizard.
So,
Which means I am a small creature. I think I actually have my exact height.
this small creature stands roughly about the size of the man who
3
walked
foot
up.
even.
3 foot even. You stand shorter than the old man. Short stuff. Hello, sir.
Hello! Pleasure to meet you. I know names have no meaning here, but usually I introduce myself with it, but...
You don't recall what it is, do you? None of us do. This is where we all come to learn.
Oh, I love learning. I love discovering new things. Hello! Hi there.
Right, well, you must learn today. Which test would you prefer first? Puts his hands out to the sides. The whole cast is
The
silent.
fire. I would like to go to the fire.
Alright, just remember, these are tests. Good luck. You may now walk to whatever side you wish. There's no stopping. You
Thank
see
you.
no walls. You see nothing. He seemingly sits down on a bench that doesn't exist, crosses his legs,
Curious.
and stares you all down as you're just standing there baffled.
I just want to point out that my character is so excited by this moment.
Not only is Nathan excited, his character is excited.
Just because
he loves discovering new things and solving mysteries. So this is like, I woke up in a mystery. It's heaven.
Alright. So, you choose the fire. So
Alright.
Let's go.
Oh, you do speak.
I seem to have found my tongue.
Ha, there it is.
all of you do seem to speak here.
Do you speak?
Except for that one.
She'll follow.
She'll follow.
They all do. Don't you worry about your friends there.
Give her a sideways glance as we move forward.
We walk towards the fire.
You said there's people sitting around the fire? There's like bodies?
There's about 6 figures around the fire, but it is so bright that they are just very much obscured. You see that there's an orange flame and
Like
a few figures
silhouettes?
around. Yeah, silhouettes.
Okay. Then, as I walk up, I say, "Hello!" And I kind of hail them.
Nothing happens except one kind of stands up on the far side of the fire, almost like he's looking over at you.
Maybe he could hear me.
You do start to see that there's a spear and a sword and a few things like around the characters that you see ahead.
Alright. Feel like we need to get a little closer.
It would seem to be.
I'm all for it. They look nice.
I
It
can't
looked
tell
like-
much from here.
So as you get closer, you guys are about 30 feet out.
Okay.
Your vision allows you to see now that it appears that there are goblins around this fire. And next to the fire, there is a sword stuck into the ground.
Oh.
Okay.
Now they don't look so nice.
Have they noticed us?
The one that had stood up on the far side is watching you, but at the moment is a little hesitant. He seems a bit confused.
Talkative one, do you speak goblin by chance?
And this is we're just everything's white around.
You're in a
us,
void,
yes.
and there's a fire with goblins
Okay.
around it.
Excellent.
The goblins do seem confused, but they do seem
No.
like they
Okay.
have been here a bit longer than you have.
Sure.
No, I don't speak goblin.
No.
Horrible guttural language. Very difficult. Do you speak goblin? Didn't know with the horns and everything.
Horns, the tiefling amongst you.
Well,
Bit quiet, that one.
She is, but I am so excited for the moment she speaks.
As you're speaking, a couple more of the goblins start to turn and look at you, and start to stand up. One of them grabbing a sword next to him.
I put my hand on my sword.
Good sirs, we wish to join you at your fire. We will allow us to accompany you around this flame. Maybe take a little warmth.
So at that moment, all of the goblins have turned and have looked at you, and you do count. There is fully 6 goblins standing there,
Oh, dear.
staring you down. All of them starting to bear teeth. One of them tapping on his shield.
Mm-hmm.
This is their fire. This is their sword.
It seems you are having a little bit of trouble there with that sword. Is it stuck in the ground?
Goblins are all staring you down, seemingly not fully understanding what you're saying to them.
I mime it. I take my sword, put it in the ground.
The moment you pull your sword out and start messing with it, the goblins all stiffen. And at this point, we get to say for the first time on episode 0, roll for initiative!
Oh, I was gonna try one more thing.
Sorry.
It's
Your
okay.
Your new
It's
friend
okay.
with a sword decided to get all
I
hands
attempted
on.
a pantomime.
Hey, what color dice you want?
Well,
Well, I get blue.
That happened.
Okay, I'll take gray.
I didn't even get to roll my Arcana check of where we are.
I feel
So,
like you're not gonna know.
rolling for initiative.
I'm gonna see
rolling
what
for
I can turn
initiative
into
here
for
for those of you on stream watching, and for our new players. Find your D20.
20.
20.
Right.
Your
Because we're gonna see
D20.
who gets to
Oh,
act
bollocks.
Like
first.
this guy here. You roll it, you add your initiative score.
I got a 20.
I got a 1.
What is your initiative?
Give me those dice back.
Plus 1.
So you got a 21.
Good night.
Okay, so
Well,
you
you're in
rolled
trouble.
a d20, and then you filled out initiative.
Oh,
on
man.
your sheet. Should be
No,
at
you
the
can
top
you roll
near the upper one.
Oh, I can.
You can re-roll a 1!
He can reroll.
I rolled a 1, but I'm lucky. This is why I built this wizard. A halfling.
Okay, please explain your luckiness.
Yeah,
So-
do.
The halfling has a feat where when they roll a 1, they immediately get to pick up that dice again and re-roll it. If the second roll is also a 1, they have to keep the roll. But usually it's going to be higher, and so you essentially get an automatic re-roll when usually you would fail. So
Every time, or is this once per day?
It is every time.
There
I'm
it is.
gonna double check it,
There
but
it is.
when I roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh, so this is initiative, so this would not be that.
Attack roll or saving throw. Ah.
Okay.
Darn it. I was so excited to use that immediately.
Yeah,
so you got a
right?
one.
Your first
What is-
roll ever.
What bonus to that?
I do get +2. Or no, +3.
So you're at 4.
So I'm at 4, which is
Lindsay,
great.
Lindsay, what did you roll, and what is your initiative? Add those together.
I really needed
I'm
that 20 for my
5
plan.
plus 2.
So you're at a 7, okay? Austin,
I got a 7.
7 total?
Yes.
7
Oh.
total.
We got two
Alright.
7s then.
So, I go first?
So,
Well,
here
we'll
we
see
go.
what
Here
they
we
got.
go.
All 6 of these goblins?
Oof. Wow. Most of the goblins have rolled pretty well. So we'll go Lauren.
We're in trouble.
5 goblins. Austin, Lindsay, our 6th goblin, and Nathan.
Alright.
I'm just paying back for
What
your
is
guys.
So,
What?
you are in a battle right now.
Oh, can I just say what I want to do?
When it comes your turn.
Oh.
Good thing I'm in a
Um,
class of 6.
Just to let you guys know what will happen here in this battle, we aren't going to be using maps per se. We're going to be describing the battle. So right now, you guys are about 25, 30 feet out.
Oh,
There is one goblin close to you on this side of the fire. There's 2. So if you look at it, fire's here. You guys are way up here. There's one goblin here next to you guys. There's 2 on either side of the fire, and the other 3 are just kind of lined on the back.
Okay.
Whose turn is that?
It's my turn.
It is Lauren's
So we
turn.
are here. We have
I
1.
am
2.
going to go for the one closest to me.
Okay, this is right.
I
This is.
guess.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
What weapon did you pick?
Cool.
I have 2 hand axes, my chainmail, a shield, and a martial weapon?
Oh, that would be like a giant sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a giant sword.
Go long.
And I'm gonna do, oh yeah.
Are you gonna choose this as your fighting style?
Yeah,
Did you look at all this stuff?
I did, but there were just too many
I was
options.
gonna say there's
I
a
got
lot to look
overwhelmed.
at.
Melee weapon in one hand, no other weapons, you gain a +2 damage bonus. So,
So you
I'm picking
also,
dueling.
cool. You also have a
Dueling.
speed of 30, correct?
Great, yes. I
So-
do.
What's your sword? Or I'm guessing you're using the long sword.
Big old sword.
So,
Long sword.
If
Okay.
you want to rush in, you can reach that first goblin at the fire.
Okay, I'm gonna go for him.
Okay. That is goblin number 1, just so you know.
Great. Goblin number 1's about to lose his head.
Goblin number 1. You will roll against goblin number 1.
Okay. Okay.
I'm starting to wish we'd gone to the table.
We'll get there.
Oh,
Okay.
There you go.
So I rolled a 14
On the dice.
on the
What's
dice.
your plus to hit?
She's got a +2 with her dueling, and then it's a strength.
It's a +2 bonus to damage rolls.
Right, it would be a strength.
Oh,
Oh,
plus,
Strength +2, so that's +6, so soft 20.
Soft 20. That
Woo!
does a hit.
I would
This
hope
hits
so.
the goblin. Please roll damage.
Okay.
Yes.
That's going to be a D8 because you're using it one-handed.
Okay.
You'll be walked through. It's fine.
I rolled a 5.
+4. Your strength +2.
11.
11
11.
damage.
So,
Okay.
so Lauren runs up, pulls out her long sword, as she's
Lost its
running.
head.
As she's running,
That's what I said was
with
gonna
one
happen.
swift move, she pulls the sword from her side, swings up, cleanly severing the head of the goblin.
It's a merciful
It-
end.
Oh my gosh.
It falls into the
Could be
fire,
worse.
and the body slumps next to it.
Oh no, there goes all the loot.
There is one kill that Lauren gets. Please mark down your kills. It is nice to keep a kill count.
Kill count. Kill count.
I will do
kill
the same
count.
so we have it. We will have kill counts here. Alright, so
First kill. Hey, first kill, everybody.
Yeah!
Lauren gets a kill. So now it moves
Save some
to,
for me, everyone.
Now it moves
No.
to Dead Goblin number 1. Well, you luck out that Goblin 4 rolled as the next one, and he is the furthest away from you. He is directly across the fire.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this Goblin decides he's a little bit nervous about what just happened to his friend. So
Mhm.
he pulls out his short bow and decides to shoot at Lauren here. So I'm rolling.
Uh-oh.
He has an 11.
My armor class is 16.
Your armor class is 16.
18. You're holding a shield.
18.
Oh yeah.
So this goblin freaked out, pulls his bow, and he's getting ready to fire, but he's so nervous that he just shoots up into the sky, and you see it disappear into the white. And a few moments later, in the distance, you hear a boom. You're just in the middle of nowhere. There's no other sounds. Everyone can hear that, followed by a little crackle of the fire. Goblin 5's turn. He rolls up, and he is just to your right. He's still on the far side of the fire, so you are lucky that these guys have rolled the way they have. He too is a bit nervous, but this time he does run around and tries to attack you. So he moves around the fire, and he is coming up on your right side.
Okay.
He is going to swing at you with his scimitar. And he gets a 16. So, because you're holding a shield,
Armor
This-
class 18.
Goblin swings, and his scimitar glances off the side of your shield with a nice spray of sparks, and he is left a little dumbfounded. Goblin 2, however, is just on your left side. So he is coming up to attack you, and he is quite close. You are starting to get surrounded a little bit by goblins. One dead goblin right in front of you on fire, one to your right, one to your left. He pulls his scimitar and attempts to swing at you as well. You luck out again. This guy swings with a 17. So he too swings down. And because you are a skilled fighter, you continue to bring up that sword from slicing the previous goblin's head off. And you meet with a clash of sparks. And he is also a bit worried because, well, you killed one. One glanced off of your shield. One glanced off of your sword. Looks like Goblin 3 is now up. He too is a bit off to your left side and behind the fire. And he begins to back away. He backs up about 20 feet and decides to cower at this point.
Good call.
So he's cowering behind what might have been a rock in the world that they were in before, because they don't seem like they're from this place. They're a bit dirty and a bit grungy. And he cowers behind what might have been his tent or rock. Oh well. Now up to Austin's character. Austin, you are about 30 feet out.
Okay, so just to get the picture here, we have Lauren standing there. She has one on either side
Sorry
of
to
her.
interrupt you here. Justin did say, alright guys, I gotta run. Glad Lauren didn't get shot. This is fun. Hope to drop in again soon.
Thank you, Justin.
Just
Thank you,
as a
Justin.
pitch, if you are still here, Justin, and others watching, we will be airing on Saturday afternoons, earlier in the day, starting March,
Mhm.
twice a month. We'll get the schedule up on our Twitch stream and on our Facebook. But back to Austin, he's 30 feet out, and
Okay.
Lauren has defeated one foe, 2 have attacked, and 1 is cowered.
Okay, so we've got one who has yet to go.
1 who has yet to go.
How far away? He's
He's probably about 35 feet out, because he's
From
on the
Lauren?
far side of the fire. From Lauren, he's about 7 feet around the fire.
okay. So there's 3 within 10 feet of Lauren.
So Lauren has 1 on her left and on her right. 1 that ran out about 20 feet from her, so about 25 feet from where she's
Okay.
at. And one's still around the fire that hasn't come around yet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to run up to her.
All right.
And then I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. So Thunderwave allows him to do an area of effect of damage. He can protect up to because level.
happy to be able to get. This is for you,
Thunder.
Klaus.
For you, Klaus. So he is able to protect how many at this level? 1, 2. How many of your?
I'm checking. Oh, that's not the one. Is 30 and a full.
We do have a Wookiee in our midst.
Yes.
Our druid is Wookiee formed currently.
Each creature.
Tinkerbell's a druid over
In
there.
addition to. Wait.
She's
How
really
can-
herself.
Okay. Because I know I've. How do you see how many you can protect? Because it's actually not listed.
Not listed. Let me check. Thunderwave.
Yes.
Looking it up. I will make a pitch right now. I am on an iPad right now using Encounter Plus, an amazing app, well worth your usage. It does allow me to look things up. I do have to import everything, but wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you each creature in a 15-foot cube,
Yeah.
originating.
Was that just Klaus that can protect people? I
Um,
don't think so.
There are certain classes of magic.
Oh.
You can start shaping it around people.
Okay, well
it
then
might be.
can't.
It might be a shaped thing, but it's
Okay.
a Constitution saving throw. You can still do pretty good. Downside on a failed save, 2d8 damage, which is probably lethal at level 1.
Yeah. Okay. Given that I can't shape it.
You do have 2 that you are in range of.
Right.
And you should be out of range of myself and the Tiefling.
Right.
So
okay.
if you kill Lauren, she didn't get shot. She just got blasted,
Blasted
by
by
a
a
friend.
grenade.
No. I don't. I'm not gonna roll with that if I can't shape it. We'll have to look into that later. Then I will use poison spray. I'm gonna assume I'm to her right, so I will attack the one on that
The
side.
one on her right, so I believe that is Goblin 4.
Okay. Let me double check that one. See exactly if that's. I think that's a Constitution saving throw. One moment. PR.
Let those go, Nathan.
I'm
I
like,
believe in you. Ah!
There it is. The creature must succeed a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
against
Alright.
the DC save of.
13.
12. It's a 12. These dice are not doing favorably for
Okay.
him tonight.
So he's going to take a D12 of damage.
D12 of damage.
Don't mess with my dice, but.
Does he take any ongoing effects?
No. It does not say that they are poisoned. It's just a D12 of poison damage.
Okay.
D12?
Yeah. Well, he only took 4.
He only took 4. Okay.
But yes, it is a D12.
D12. That's a level 1 spell.
There aren't.
No, that's a cantrip.
A cantrip. A cantrip. Okay, so.
It's
There
a
aren't
cantrip.
a lot of anything that uses the D12, so that's why I'm excited
Yeah.
to have it out there.
Yeah,
What was
that's
the
the
spell?
that's the first time I've
What
ever
was
rolled
the spell
a
that you
D12.
cast?
Poison spray. It is
Poison
a
spray.
cantrip.
Okay, so Austin, you run up and you get right up behind Lauren, and you see that these guys are coming at her. These goblins are getting close. You reach out, and out of your hand sprays a green mist right in the face of this goblin. He stumbles backwards and claws at his face a bit. He takes 4 points of damage.
Yes.
He is still standing, but he is stumbling backwards and obviously in a lot of pain. Lindsay, you are 30 feet out. Your base move speed is 30, so you can move up right next to Lauren or Austin. There is a space that you probably move to the left of Lauren that you can attack from there, but you do have ranged spells. You have a crossbow. You have a few other things. If the rest of the group wants to help her by perusing her spells, you can help guide Lindsay as this is her first attack.
Dun 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 dun.
She got True Strike.
True Strike.
Which would-
So True Strike does assist in a swing.
Ah, okay.
I would say you're going to want to go with Chromatic Orb.
Chromatic
or
Orb is
Ray of
amazing.
Sickness.
That would
Chromatic
just
Orb
be
is
ridiculous.
really sweet.
Chromatic
It's-
Orb can decimate. I would,
It can
Great.
if you have the materials for it.
Chromatic Orb.
She does. She does have her gemstone, I believe.
Jumping to it.
My arcane focus.
Chromatic Orb. You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of your choice at a creature you can see within range, and range is 90 feet. You don't even have to move. You can reach the guy cowering in the back if you wish.
Yeah.
Stupid.
He's about 58, 60 feet from you. So, this is a spell attack.
yeah,
So,
that's nice.
please
What
roll
taxes?
a d20.
Yes.
Don't ruin the surprise.
2.
You got a 2. And then what is your... It's charisma that you add to that one, I believe. Correct? That is her
Charisma
spellcasting.
I have my
plus 2,
9.
Charisma plus 2.
right?
So yeah, so that would make it.
Oh, because you have to have
21.
proficiency too.
So, oh, no, no, no.
Oh,
no.
the plus 4.
4
Oh.
plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is
8.
8. And we have our goblin. Unfortunately, as you fire off your chromatic orb, it whizzes right over the shoulder of the goblin. It does sear the hair on his
chin,
beard
chin,
there.
chin.
So what you need to do also is you need to expend a spell slot. So you should mark a little note right next to your 2. So you have one more spell slot there, and then you have a bunch of cantrips you can still use. Good news for all of you. Use up your spell slots. We won't even have to do a long rest because you will start off fresh, happy, and
Yes.
dapper in the morning when we start
Dapper.
March.
Of course, I
Dapper.
start off dapper. What do you think I am?
Goblin 6's turn. He is now standing up from across the fire, and the mayhem that has already ensued as one goblin is falling backwards, clawing at his face. One goblin is still falling to the side as his head is now searing in the fire, and one is running off to the side. He decides to stand up and look around, and he has a little bit more of a clear shot to the people in the back, because otherwise he would be trying to come around our Lauren character there. So he's going to attempt a shot at Nathan in the back. He
I didn't even do anything!
He does
I
have a
greeted
short-
you!
He does have a short bow, and he's going to try
And
and shoot at
short
you, but
Yes,
the fun thing here is he will be shooting at disadvantage because he will potentially hit his friend attacking Lauren. So there's that. Woo! So he shoots for a 12. Sir.
My armor class is 13.
All right, so he pulls back and he leans and he's just trying to hold steady as he shoots around his friend. The fire kind of getting in the way of where Lauren's at, so he doesn't want to hit one of his buddies. He leans around the side and lets go. And the arrow whizzes past right up and over your head there, Nathan. And you are safe. Nathan, it is your turn.
Are there any creatures, enemies, that are within 5 feet of other enemies? Or are they kind of spread out? Have they kind of...
The one that just fired on you, I would say, could be roughly 5 feet. He's just around the fire from where the enemy that was attacking on Lauren's right side is. Since they're both attacking Lauren, the one on Lauren's left side is also pretty close.
Okay, so I'm going to attack the guy that just attacked me with Ice Knife.
Okay.
Beautiful spell.
Alright, so please explain. This is the first time I've DM'd an Ice Knife.
So it is a ranged attack for 1d10 piercing damage. On a hit or a miss, according to, I'm using a kind of condensed version of the spell. So from what I understand, on a hit or a miss, within a 5-foot radius on the target, all creatures have to make a dexterity save, or they take 2d6 cold damage?
Do know that it says all creatures.
Right, so that's what I was. If it's on him, is it gonna hit her? Because I figured there was a creature in between, which a 5-foot radius is like a square. You know, it's the
Yeah.
So
you can cast it on the far character, and I will allow it.
okay. Then I'm gonna do that.
Booyah!
So make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d10.
Mhm.
Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The
Oh,
targets must
This is a 14.
Ooh.
AC of 15. So that is
Oh!
but
Give me my great dice.
you must
back.
succeed
But-
a dexterity saving throw.
The other one must.
Well, I think they all must.
Yes. So
Oh, yeah,
the
'cause
one
yours
on
just
Lauren,
exploded.
the one on Lauren's right, and the one that fired at you must.
The
Dexterity
DC, it's a
saving.
DC of 13.
Is that a spell?
Yeah.
Okay. gonna say,
The
that's
first one gets a
gnarly.
15, so the one you fired at. Second one gets a 6.
He didn't make it.
He did not make it.
Nice.
So the first one
2d6.
survives.
You
the
take
attack.
half at all? No. Don't look.
No.
The second one gets 2d6 of damage.
All right.
So the second one is on Lauren's right. That's Goblin 4.
The one who's already been poisoned, yeah?
It's already poisoned.
Hey.
And stumbled back.
He takes 5 damage.
Alright.
Average.
So you
Okay.
fire the ice knife at the goblin that just fired a shot at you. And the knife looks like it's going straight onto him and drops right at his feet and explodes, and he jumps out of the way, back just a couple inches. But as it explodes, a shard goes flying up and into the back of the head of the goblin that was already falling backwards from the acid,
Mm-hmm.
killing that goblin.
Woo!
Kill count?
And gets a kill.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Do I get an assist?
Alright, we are back at the top of the round. Lauren, you have a goblin to your left,
I do.
a goblin just across the fire, a goblin cowering off to the backside, and we have another goblin here that I can't remember where he was at, so he's probably on the other side of the fire.
Great, yeah, that
Alright.
one. I'm gonna go for the guy right next to me.
The guy right next to you who is just
No
glanced,
place like home.
glanced off your blade. Is
I blade.
projected. Yep.
I then take that blade and I'm going.
Alright, so
Take
you're
a
going to
swing.
roll.
I am. Okay, I rolled a 4 on the dice,
That's probably not going to make it.
and then I get my +4 for my strength.
Yeah, and +2.
10.
10. So you swing back at this goblin, and he holds up his scimitar, and you smash right into the scimitar, and he blocks it. But the scimitar is now smashed up against his face, and he is very nervous. And you see him start to sweat as he knows he blocked that swing, but he doesn't know how many more. So,
It's like Breath of the Wild. You're gonna
Breath of
Yeah.
the Wild.
just break through the sword.
So true.
There you go.
So true.
Alright, guys.
So
Pitch
true.
For a,
So true.
pitch for a video game. Breath of the Wild. It's
I don't know
been on the Wii U and the Switch.
You know, I don't know if people have heard
Breath of the
this
Wild,
game.
available on the
No one.
Wii and
No
the
one.
Switch.
It's a
It's pretty great.
on
small
any
little
major retailer.
startup
Five
company.
goblins later.
store.
The goblin to your left
Is
is the
anybody
one
watching
that
this?
does decide to swing back at you with his scimitar because he is now nervous that his...
Protection. Oh, damn it.
Oh no! Into the hole!
I got it. Don't worry.
DM problems.
No, that's usually
One
kind
roll
of
this.
A DM takes it. It rolled flat.
It did. These are beautiful dice, man. I feel like you should re-roll these beautiful dice.
Chessex, what was it?
This is 17.
Damn.
Armor class 18.
Yeah, well, they get plus stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 17 on the die.
Also, it was off the table.
It was.
It was off the table. Okay.
Listen, I'm all
So,
about equality.
Off the table re-rolls. We are establishing that in episode 0. If your dice falls off the table,
Table
even
re-roll.
if it's a nat 20,
Reroll.
re-roll.
Okay.
This was after we rolled dice.
He's like, well, now it's a 20.
11.
Slightly less.
So, he swings back at you.
We're playing the
But-
parry game.
But he swings back, and he's got very little motion. He, he turns his head a little bit, and, swats again, and just kind of hits your sword as it's right there in front of him. And he is stuck. Goblin 2 is still cowering off to the back, still thinking he's hidden behind the rock. You see him hunker down just a little bit more, and he's gonna stay there. Weirdly enough.
Interesting choice for a goblin.
Yeah. Well,
Bloody beast.
there's always one oddball in the group. So we do have
What?
yet
Who's gonna fight for it?
another goblin on the other side of the fire who does attempt to make a shot at the fighter who is right up in the front. Because the druid is hidden a little bit behind the fighter.
Yes. That's you.
Yeah, I know.
It fires with a 17, which you do have an
There's the
18 as I recall. The shot glances off your shield and shoots up into the air. And you hear
I'm so
it go,
glad she decided to be like the tank.
and everyone listens for a brief moment, hoping it doesn't hit the old man that you look for. You wait a moment.
I'm looking up.
You hear thump.
Oh, good.
Watch it over there!
Sorry! Bit of a slip.
And you briefly look over your shoulders. The goblins stop and kind of peek. The arrow is dropped about a foot from the old man, who is still sitting on this invisible bench, and he's like glaring you down, just about like he's gonna yell at you, "Get off my lawn!" It is down to Austin.
All right.
There's a goblin to Lauren's left, a goblin just across the fire,
Yeah.
and
The cowering one.
a cowering one. And somehow there's,
I was saying there's another one
there's a goblin who
that he shot
fired
at.
at, and so he's
Yes.
to your right side of the fire. He
Yes.
jumped backwards.
Yes.
So
I'm
you have
gonna
a bit. You have
roll
any range or
over
two.
behind her so I don't actually jump in front of the shield.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go behind her and the one that she's fighting on her left.
Yeah.
I will cast poison spray on him
Poison
as well.
spray on him.
Yes.
Poison spray he does.
Austin just shows up. Poison.
Poison spray does a
I like to
constitution,
picture it
correct?
coming
Yes,
out of his
Constitution
mouth.
of
Like some sort of rancid breath.
13.
Doesn't matter. He's got a 9.
Okay.
So roll your damage, sir.
That is a 6.
Well, you swiftly roll behind Lauren as she's got her shield up on one side still, her sword against another goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And you surprise attack this goblin, and you put your hand right up against his face, and spray, and you see it come out his ears, and he falls limp to the ground. You get a kill.
Yes! Kill count 1!
Kill count 1. We do have a few kills here.
Lindsay!
Alright. So, that drops now to Lindsay's turn. You are in the back.
You also have your ranged.
You're in the back. You can see from your angle the cowering goblin. One of the goblins that Nathan had fired at, but you can't see the one that's over the fire that's been firing a few shots at Lauren from through the fire. So you have 2 goblins. One is about 60 feet out, one's about 35 feet out.
But I can see one, I can see another.
You can see 2. You can't see the third.
How far does my thing shift?
Which one? Crossbow?
Crossbow.
Your crossbow, I believe, is a 6,300.
I'm looking it up right now.
One is 60 feet away.
What size crossbow is it? Is it a light or I'm assuming it's a
It says
light crossbow?
it's a...
I don't. It wouldn't be a heavy crossbow.
Maybe
Yeah,
a
crossbow
80.
and 20 volts.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
a
80.
light.
Her range is 80
light.
normal to 320.
I don't want my pencil on.
Half.
Like,
Is the
well,
cowering?
after 320, it's too far.
Yeah.
So normal distance is 80.
Yep.
Up to 80.
The
I got
cowering one
I
is
got
30 feet away or 60?
60.
60. So,
So she can hit
that's
the cowering
That's
one.
well within range.
Sure.
So I'll hit that.
All of them are well within range.
All of them are well within
I'll do
range.
that.
Alright.
Do I roll this?
Roll your d20.
I got an 11.
11.
Right.
Plus
Uh,
what?
It's
That would be
dexterity.
dexterity.
Which is 2.
Plus another 2.
proficiency.
So that's 13.
It's 15.
15.
Oh.
It is
Wait,
a
how
good.
And then
Roll
plus
your
2
damage
for
dice.
Damage dice on a light
Proficiency is just a
crossbow.
bonus.
D6.
D6.
I want to say.
roll one of
Oh,
these.
excuse me.
For
It's a
one.
D8.
Sorry.
My crossbow is a D8.
So this is basically just to determine if you hit him or not, and you did. So now you roll this to see how badly you hit him.
Not very bad.
1,
Plus
One.
2.
3.
3. Which one are you getting?
The cowering guy.
I think she said the cowering dude.
The cowering guy, okay. So, as that goblin is cowering behind what he thinks is a rock,
Okay.
the
Good.
tiefling raises up the crossbow, fires a shot, you hear thump, thump, gets him right in the butt. He takes a bit of damage and there's a little spray of blood and he's like flailing around and grabbing at the bolt now stuck in his butt and dancing around as he's a bit in pain and he now knows the rock he was behind was not really a rock.
Not a rock. Not a rock.
Not a rock!
It was Dwayne.
So,
Oh wait, there's another goblin now.
there is the goblin.
Yes.
Yep,
There's
there's
the
one
one that
more.
you
There's
fired
one
at.
more goblin that is still alive, and there's the one that you fired your ice knife at, and he is still angry at that. So he's going to raise his bow and fire another shot at you because you attempted to take him out, and it's this long distance, just plunk, 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 battle of just little shots. And sure enough, he gets a 14.
Yep, that'll hit.
It hits.
Oh gosh.
So,
I believe in you.
1d6 plus 2.
Yep.
You take 3.
Oh,
That's like
you're
you rolled a 1. You rolled a 1. You take 3 damage.
Okay.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. It's now your turn. Do you want to stay at a distance? Do you want to run in? Do you want to, wow us?
I wanna. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to use a wizard's favorite spell. Good old magic missile.
Oh yes.
Magic Missile.
I'm pulling
To
out a
lead-
classic.
Yep.
So,
Did you say
Magic Missile,
fireball?
for those of you who don't know, is an amazing spell. They automatically hit.
Automatically hit.
You can target any creature, and base cast is you get 3 shots.
Mhm.
You can target as many of those 3 shots
Mhm.
as you want. Please tell me, which ones are you
4
targeting?
plus 1.
So, yep.
Do you want to send one to each? Do you
I'm
want
gonna
send all
send
at
2 to the guy who just shot me,
Okay, Goblin 6.
and then 1 to the guy hiding.
The one dancing around with the crossbow bolt now launched into his rear end.
Okay.
Yes.
So first 2 will be for the first one.
First 2 for the first one. What
guy.
is the damage?
Boom. That's 6, 7, 8.
8.
8.
Nice.
To him.
Oh man, so you do hit. You
Obviously.
fire, you throw one hand out, and you send 2 magic missiles, and they just whir right into the chest of this goblin. 2 of them hit. He staggers back, and he bends over to take a breath. You have done a lot of damage to this goblin. He is still up,
Okay.
barely.
All right.
You fire your last shot at the cowering
That's a
goblin.
4
That's a
on
4.
Dude,
on,
nice.
on Noel.
On the little dude hiding there, you fire another shot, and because of your precision and knowing your magic, that whirs out of your hand and goes right over the bolt and smacks him right in the same spot in the butt. He jumps again, and now his rear end is basically on fire, and he is still up, but he's like falling over, trying to figure out what's going on and why he keeps getting shot in the butt. Back to the top, Lauren, it is you.
How
There-
far away am I from the guy taking a breath?
The guy taking a breath is off to your right just a little bit.
But
He's about
that-
6 feet, 7 feet.
Great, okay.
That will draw an opportunity attack from the one that's engaged with you.
Yeah, you're fighting the guy.
You're fighting one.
No, you killed him.
Oh no, I did. I did.
She has
I did.
2
My
dead
bad. My
goblins
bad.
on either side, one
Dead in
dead in
front
front
of
of her. There is one just around to the right. There's one directly over the fire that's
Yes.
been firing shots and
Mm.
missing. And then there's the guy who's
Off to the side.
off to the side
Yes.
dancing around with his butt on fire.
I'm gonna let the on fire dude figure out.
His mess.
I'm going to this guy.
You're going to the guy who is hurting pretty
Sword
badly.
out swinging.
Alright, sword out swinging.
Let's go. Let's go.
12.
12. You swing over and just barely miss the top of his head as he drops a little bit more, holding on for dear life as he's breathing. And you see it a little smoldering hole on his chest, just still smoking where the 2 magic missiles hit. It is his turn, and now that you're up next to him, he does stand up, and he grabs his scimitar and he swings at you for an 11. And as he swings, he does just hit your shield, and you see that he's just kind of giving up and trying to figure out how to stay alive, but just really can't keep himself standing. The other guy now sees you a little bit more clear as he's not shooting through the fire. He runs up, and he's standing at the edge of the fire right next to his friend, right up next to you, and he swings with his scimitar. Swings for a 15. And yet another swing from these goblins that just glances off your shield. You don't even flinch at this. It's just cling, 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 cling. You're used to it. We now move on to Austin, who's standing on the right next to the fire where all this had gone down.
Yeah. So there's 2 on her.
2 on her. So
I'm
there's
gonna
fire.
attack.
She's going around the right side.
Yep.
There's one that's pretty dead right next to her.
Yeah.
And there's one, if you were to go around the left side of the fire, you can get next to him without invoking opportunity.
He's mostly dead.
I'm gonna take that dude.
You're going to take the one that hasn't been hit yet.
Correct.
Okay. So he's going to
He's
have
gotta make a Constitution save.
you're
Poison spraying
you
all
run
the
up-
people.
You run up to him. His Constitution. Wow.
Oh, hey, Scott. It is okay.
Campaign docs. Okay, so we got a few things here. Beware, Lauren's dad used to run a mean dungeon.
Wow.
So I'm competing with Lauren's dad right now. And
Rate it.
For me, dungeon.
WTH, Nathan, your campaign docs are on your pad.
I know.
What?
I'll have
No,
to
that's-
think about that one, amigo.
I forgot to print them off. I'm usually a hard copy guy.
I'm working off a hard
In
copy.
fact, I brought everyone else's hard copy.
I'm
That's-
usually a digital guy because it autofills. We've got this beautiful character sheet. You can check it out digital from Xanathar's that has preloaded all the classes, all the backgrounds, all everything. So as you level up, as you do anything, it will automatically autofill your sheet. It's amazing.
It has gotten a little more fancy though since Dad's original first edition
Yeah.
Right.
is showing up.
We do have one more message before that. He did start off with, "What? You're playing D&D like a bunch of underage boomers?" Big smiley face. Enjoy. It's a timeless game. But you might want to check out. I'm not going to repeat the name here. We can look at it after stream. It does look like another game.
Okay.
So,
We like it.
Thank you,
So,
Mr.
Thanks,
Bird.
Scott.
thank you.
Yeah.
So we continue here. You've run up to this other goblin.
And poison spraying the dude.
He rolled very low.
Okay.
You do make damage on him.
Okay. Come on, B12. 5.
5. All right.
I'm clear single digits eventually.
So you
One of
place
those
your
things.
hand up on the shoulder of this goblin.
Hey, surprise.
Surprise! Yeah, he's focused on Lauren right now. You place your hand on his shoulder, and you see the poison run down his shoulder, and he rolls back and like lets out a hiss.
Arm goes in.
And he too looks like he's in a ton of pain, and is just glaring at you as we go along. He's still standing. Lindsay, it's your turn. You now have one that you can kind of see straight through the fire. Not a very clear shot. You'd have to roll disadvantage. You do see the one that's hopping around with his burning bolt that you stuck into his butt. And
His burning butt bolt?
His
Butt bolt?
Butt bolt.
As opposed to. Never mind.
Nope.
As opposed to, this is technically a mature stream on Facebook.
Is it really?
I put it mature because we do have drink mildly featured. We do have a chance that someone might let out a swear. So we do need to be mature.
Sorry, I'm kidding.
None of that
Anyways.
shit.
Yes, the
Come on.
first one.
Alright.
There it is.
I'll drop the first swear. And it is Lindsay's turn. None of that.
What is that?
I need another
It's
drink.
coffee.
I need another drink, he says. Alright, Lindsay, your
Mine's
turn.
empty
Apple
already.
juice.
So, you have fired a shot. Your action, unfortunately, with a crossbow would mean
Firing
you have
a
to
shot.
reload it.
It's like, wait,
so,
what?
Oh, yeah.
firing your shot.
I
So,
want
do you have
that.
a long-range spell that you could throw?
I guess we could just do that.
Make
You
him sick.
can she move the earth out from under him and bury him?
Mm-hmm.
What is your range on it?
I don't know.
What is it, move Earth?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember Z's video.
Oh, Z's video. Again, we go back to Z Bashu.
Ziva Shu!
An absolute genius.
Amazing. He does have
Among
a,
men,
a
among
small
boys.
part about burying whole armies with Move Earth.
And his art style is just so cool.
120 feet on Move
Oh yeah,
Earth.
you can move Earth under the dude that yeah,
Well, I
under
could
the
do
dude
it
that's
for
bouncing
both
around.
of them, right?
So choose an area of terrain no larger than 40 feet on a side within range. You can reshape dirt, sand, or clay.
What if it's white?
Hmm.
I realize I suggested that when
Yeah.
we're not actually under
You
Earth.
can raise or lower the area's elevation, create or fill a trench,
Hmm.
erect or flatten a wall, form a pillar. The extent of any such changes cannot exceed half of the area's largest dimension.
20-foot trench.
So if you affect a 40-foot square, you can create a pillar up to 20 feet high.
I can just
Or you
make
can
a huge
make a
old
20
tower on
foot
top of
hole.
them.
You could also dig a 20-foot trench.
And he would take falling
Yeah,
damage.
but this is all in theory because we're in white space.
Well, give it a go.
Test the theory.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
But the go.
Trench or tower?
Trench.
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 Falling damage.
Trench.
Falling damage.
Okay.
So, you have
Lauren just
you
learned
have
about
some
that.
very hurt goblins. You have the one bouncing around that was behind a rock. You have the one across the
Why is
fire.
there never coming up?
You have the one that's across the fire. You have the one that's kind of right in front of Lauren right now. What would you like to do?
That's
So I'm
so
digging a
good.
trench.
You're
Yeah,
digging a
well-
trench.
Take them both out. I don't know how to say it.
Alright? So,
Oh yeah, are they
Oh, is
close
that?
enough to where one giant trench could do it?
Yeah,
You-
Without me falling.
you're doing a trench next to the two.
Yeah.
Well, but then how
Big-
deep would it
Just a
be?
huge ass trench.
Huge ass trench.
There,
Here we go.
there's
There
number
we
two.
go.
Here we go.
So here it
An
is.
ass trench.
For the-
Actually, that's very
For the ass trench. You reach your hand out. You reach your hand out, and you lower your head briefly. You make a little swipe through the air. And as you swipe through the air, the white void seems to drop just below the goblin across the fire and the goblin in front of Lauren. And it drops about 15 feet. And then you look up, and that trench closes up. And they're gone. They're sucked into the void. Because
Why
there
did I do
is
this on the first one?
because there is no terrain here. You
Yeah.
did mess with what seems to be ground under you, but it corrected itself and sucked back in.
Yeah.
So that's a 2 point. That's a 2
That's
kill
a
count.
That's a
Kill.
That's a two
two
kill
count.
count.
Holy
Mark it.
crap!
All right, girl.
All right,
Can you please use that all the time? That's
Um,
a brilliant. Okay, I even watched the animated spellbook episode of this, and this is even more brilliant than I remember. This
Yeah.
is so brilliant.
Well, it only works
It's also
while you're in the
circumstance.
void.
Yeah.
But no, seriously,
Void.
Is
20
the goblin
feet. You can make a
next or
20-foot
they-
hole. A
He affected a
20-foot
40-foot
hole.
radius and decided to make a little trench, sucked him
40
in,
feet of space.
corrected, done.
I don't know what I'm supposed to write.
You can raise or
I
lower
might
on
also
areas of
find
elevation.
you can
create
write
a
it in
filter
your
that's
notes
correct.
now. Write it in your notes.
But
We'll
this
make
one
notes.
doesn't
40-foot
really matter,
square.
right? But it'll get you.
Score doesn't really matter. But the thing is,
It's
we'll
all made
get
up
to
anyway.
20 feet
we'll
high.
share experience at the end. The other thing too is it is kind of fun because if you have good kill counts, I might
That's
also
two
reward
swords.
like the highest kills, the least amount of kills, various things at the end of the stream.
Mhm.
So
The silliest kills.
you have killed this goblin here.
Spamming poisons.
He
I
gets
killed two.
99 damage, and you killed this goblin here. He gets 99 damage.
Okay, so which two
that's
did you take
down.
out?
The two in front of
The
us.
last
The
two.
two in front of you.
There's
so
still-
There's one more.
There's
Bolt
one
butt
more.
is still.
Bolt butt.
Bolt
No,
butt
he
is
was
still in
in
the
there.
back. No, Bolt
No,
butt
you
is
were
still
the
back.
two in.
But there's one across the fire that had just gotten acid, and there's one in front of Lauren who just got sliced and acid and a
You
few
said
other
they were all
things.
in the same range.
There were
no,
three left.
the bolt
You went-
butt
you
is a
went
bit
way
further.
further.
The bolt butt's about 30 feet back from where they were all at.
And the
So
seal.
he's still bouncing around, and it goes down to Nathan.
That's right. Really quick, I'm going to yell out to the guy. Ho there, goblin! Will you treat us as foes, or do you yield?
That's right.
He's still swatting at his butt and jumping around and stops and stares at
He
you. And,
doesn't understand.
Okay, I'll take that as aggression, and I shoot a firebolt at him.
all right, what do we do for a firebolt here?
I
sir?
make a spell attack,
All right.
And then he takes 1d10 fire damage
Oh my
if I hit. Oh, it's only a 13 though.
god.
Whoosh. That's a whiff.
The firebolt does graze his shoulder as he's staring you down, still growling. It is Lauren.
I would like to put this guy out of his misery. I mean, it hasn't done me.
He is about 30
He's 30
feet out,
Great.
so you can reach just to him.
I run just to him.
All right.
And
you
only
just
him.
run to him.
Run to him and then I kill him.
All right. Give it a slice.
Maybe. Nope.
No.
What did you roll?
I mean, I rolled a
gosh.
3.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
At least it was
Wasn't
a
critical
It
fail.
wasn't a nat 1.
No.
Suck today.
It was not.
You
So
want
you
mine?
rolled a 3. You run up.
But
and
I
because
mean,
you still had that
That's what making
graceful
them do
motion.
it's in line with my pluses, just so we're aware.
You had that graceful motion in mind. You run up, and the blade
That's
catches
impressive.
the ground and bounces, and you swing, and it goes way up over his head, and you stop right in front of him.
Awesome.
I've got no
It's
weapons I can do
his
that.
turn,
My own
and he
I use my
turns,
slots.
and he's angry, and he's got the bolt in one butt
You
cheek
got
and the
firebolt, yeah.
sword coming off of
Right,
the other
so
hip,
that's what I use.
and he swings at
It's
you
only a T20. What's your range on that?
for 17. And he glances off of your shield. You are getting lucky rolls with each of these goblins.
No, I'm not.
With the goblins, you're getting lucky
They don't
rolls.
hit you.
See,
I
Austin,
killed the one so
12 by range,
epically,
10
and
feet.
since then it's.
Ah, Austin, your turn.
How far is that dude?
He's about 30 feet from you.
Cool. I've got 35 feet of movement.
What? All right. What are you gonna do?
I'm
You gonna run up and just punch him? Are you gonna do unarmed?
no.
No.
No. I have a strength of 10. I'm not punching
Okay.
anyone.
So you're not doing punching. You're not.
Are you just
doing,
gonna pirouette around him? What's your
I'm a-
dexterity
I'm a-
like?
I have a good dexterity. No, I'm gonna spam that poison spray again.
This is
It comes in cans.
this is all Austin does. This is
He
his
finds one
character.
Well, because I can't thunderwave because she's right there.
Yeah.
Divine
Weapons
smite.
and dexterity.
Divine smite.
You got a
Okay.
shillelagh. You could use what?
I don't have shillelagh.
Do you have a scimitar?
I took poison spray over shillelagh because D12.
Do you have a
What's that
scimitar?
No.
Did you just say shillelagh?
Yes.
Can
I have
we
a short.
address that for just a moment?
I have a
yeah.
short
That we
bow,
just said shillelagh and that
but then I'd have
It-
to drop my
it makes
extra
sense.
Here's the
AC.
thing.
it sounds like something I would
That's what I'm
say.
saying.
What's your weapon?
Like he
Sounds
hates
like a
the word
name.
obvi now.
Staff.
What?
Oh, you don't have a sword.
Obvi?
Oh.
Oh my gosh! Stop saying Obvi.
It makes him want to throw
I have a
up.
shield, a short bow, and a staff.
There's a character name.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh.
No! No!
Obvi?
Yes!
We're gonna
Every time you have to say
I'm going to kill all of these players in this country and survive.
Nobody said anything.
yeah, Abby.
Obvi.
Obvi.
Oh, it's hot in
I should
here.
look at
Back to the game.
Oh, it's just me. I can
Hold on, I'm checking
It is a
something.
little warm in here. We will address
I'm
the
just laughing
AC
too much.
for our marching on because
I
this
turned it
room
off.
is.
We're
Sorry.
fine.
You turned it off.
Earlier.
So the issue with the
I think
AC right now, from what I understand, is that
My
it's not
wife.
even on.
Did Austin
Alright.
hit?
He's
Well-
determining what he's gonna do. Just do your
Just
poison spray.
poison.
Just do
That's what
it.
I'm gonna do. I'm
I'm
checking a
just
couple
trying to
things.
find the most epic way
He's
to
gonna do that.
I
fuck
am.
with this guy.
Constitution saving throw.
Wait.
Oh no.
Oh no! Guesto's here! We're gonna kill Guesto.
Who?
He's from
Guesto, for
There,
those
King.
who don't know, is a little magician
What?
wizardy dude of another town.
Okay.
He fancies the drink.
Sweet.
Poison.
I think I'm speaking for everyone in our audience and myself when I say it's not fair to reference people from games that nobody knows anything about.
Unfortunately, we do have 3 players in DM here from another game. We will
Sorry.
accidentally reference
It's
things,
gonna happen.
But
I'm
Just
just
poison 'em.
saying.
I did.
just poisoning.
Yes, he has to roll for it.
Oh, you're poisoning. Okay.
Yes, I'm poisoning the dude.
Well,
Everyone else. So it's
No.
He lost.
He lost.
Roll your 12.
D12.
Beautiful beam footage.
Oh, please get high rolls.
Oh my gosh.
That's a 3.
3?
But this dude's already got
In luck, you
Burn
run up,
butt.
and this guy is already
He's hurting.
having a flaming butt with a little bolt stuck in it.
You're welcome for that.
And
Thanks.
you're welcome.
What can I say except...
You decide not to
Hey,
finish
guys.
your song, and you reach out. You touch him right on his forehead,
Yes.
and then you see his eyes turn green, and he just falls over.
Oh
He
dear.
dies. Goblin is dead.
Void Master!
You're welcome. I loosened the lid for you.
There's a sword sticking up near the fire. Is that still?
Oh yeah.
As this goblin falls, the goblins and the fire disappear.
Oh.
There is still one single sword stuck in the ground.
I walk up to it, and I pull on it,
And you pull on it.
and I die.
Oh, she's
Pull,
accepting.
everyone dies. So as you pull on the sword doesn't budge briefly, and then it slides out. It's got a nice sheen to it. You know nothing about this sword at the moment. It does have a lot of white glow to it.
Ooh.
So, it might be something you want to hang on to and investigate.
To be
Oh.
clear, we're in the void,
Right.
and this is episode 0, so this doesn't affect later games.
May or may
Yes,
not
no.
affect. You guys may gain some experience. You may not gain items, but you may. Who knows? So she
Well,
puts
you
the
do.
void.
Find
She puts the void
Hey, does somebody
sword.
want to investigate this for me, or can I perception it, or do I have to investigate?
You can investigate it.
I could look at how magical
So
it
the
is.
battle is over.
Okay.
The battle is over.
Okay.
You may investigate.
Hey guys,
You
I'm
can
not
run-
too smart.
You can run
Somebody
an
wanna-
arcana on this.
I have
Here,
a
weapon.
high intelligence and wisdom.
So if you
I'd
want
say
to
you're
run an
arcana.
arcana, you gotta have
I like this
Yes.
Oh, that looks interesting. I love a good mystery.
Help me figure out if I can use this.
Why would that stay behind?
I'm gonna-
but nothing else.
I'm gonna help
My
him.
intelligence is higher than him.
All right, so you're helping.
I'm
me.
helping you.
So for those who don't play D&D or are new, if someone helps another player, that means they get to essentially roll at advantage.
An advantage means you
I
get to
just-
roll 2 dice and take the higher of the
We'll
2.
check that.
Yep.
I'm just saying you should have checked me because I have
You can-
pretty
you can
high
still
You can also do
I
it.
will.
wisdom.
I didn't
All
and
right.
intelligence.
So my highest was that I rolled a 21 total
21
on
total.
Arcana.
Does this mean
On
I roll?
Arcana.
You can.
What
Yeah.
do you
You-
see?
What one? I don't know what's happening. What
Roll
do I
it.
roll?
Okay.
The D20.
Arcana is a check here on intelligence.
You got
Oh,
it
I
checked
have a
off. So, you
huge
got,
intelligence. 18.
so she also got a 21.
A 21. So both,
So we both of you, we know the exact same thing.
What can you tell me about
as
this?
Lauren holds out the sword, now, knowing for both of you, you two have rolled, you two understand, you two do not. So what I explain here in just a brief moment
Mm-hmm.
is
I don't.
Lindsay and Nathan understand because they rolled exactly the same. The other two do not. You do see that the sword is made up of a very glittery white material that seems to be the same material that is underfoot. It does seem to be ethereal, and it does seem to be almost morphing. This sword does appear to be useful in this dimension, but it does not seem to be dimensional like the rest of your objects. As you look at the blade, it does seem very 2D, very flat, very different from what you expect in real life.
We're in a drawing.
You may be in a drawing, who knows? But you look at it and notice that it is not something you would see in your world, but you just fought goblins in this void, so...
Huh. Peculiar.
All right.
So it looks to be made up of the same materials as this void. The very void around us. Doesn't look like it's from our world at all.
maybe it would be useful. We have 2 tests.
You
This
have
is only one.
You have one other test, which is the table on the other side of the gentleman.
Shall we carry this to the table? And
Well, I do believe
A table.
it's about time to check.
I am rather hungry.
Table.
Right. So, you do carry the sword with you. And the sword glitters just a little bit, feels weird on your hip, almost like it doesn't exist. Whoops. You walk past the old man. He nods, looks at your sword and smiles.
I nod back.
Looks back over where the goblins were just at. And he smiles and laughs a little bit. You see a few forms fall into that spot and they're all clamoring around and they're all looking. It looks like potentially more goblins or other things have filled that same place. And as you're walking past, he goes, You guys just figured out the first. Now to the table. And he points you off to the table. Don't worry about those over there. They're just discovering themselves. And as he points, you look and you see out of the abyss of white above, a bluish glitter comes streaking down and slam right where you just pulled the sword out, and all of the figures just all start tackling and trying to tug on the sword. Nothing's happening. It does seem like he did pull more goblins in, and it does seem like this is just a weird test environment.
Huh.
And you continue forward into
The
where
table.
the table's at. So as you approach the table, it is a very small table. On the table, you see a handful of cards and a little note laid out. As all of you approach, the moment you all are about 10 to 12 feet from it, walls form up around you. Brick walls on every side. It is dark. In the room, it is not much bigger than this room, about 15 foot by 15 foot.
So,
And the table is in the dead center. There's a bunch of cards laid out. These cards all bear faces. A king, a 2, and an ace of diamonds. A king, a 2, and an ace of hearts. A king, a 2, and an ace of spades. And just so you players have something, we have these here. You will see there is a backing as well. I can't show that very long because this is a video game backing.
but it is a backing.
Here are your cards. It is a backing. As you look across the table, you do see there are 3 candles placed in the wall. And the cards that are laying on the table are all there. As you inspect the cards, you flip one over and you notice that the back does look very much like a carving on the wall, just behind each candle. And you inspect the note. It's got a little piece of wax holding it folded. As you inspect the note, you open it up, and it's a handwritten little letter. It says, "Travelers, this is a test to continue along your journey. And on this journey, you must solve some puzzles. And in these puzzles, there are cards, and there are fires. And below it, there's a cryptic little blurb. And as you watch, the letters start to form in shape with what appears to be clues.
Where is this?
On this little sheet that you are all picking up now as you've investigated the letter and the cards. And they start to form what appears to be some help for you. And the DM is just finding his help here. So he's going to keep saying things like, As you're standing
helpful
there,
things.
as you're standing
So we
there,
have candles, we have cards, we have a letter.
You have
There's
candles.
torches and there's a printing
So
on
you
the
have-
wall that
You have
matches
3
the...
candles across from the table, and behind each candle there appears to be a backing of a card, the
Yes.
same backing you see on these cards.
Right.
Is it the same on all of them?
Every card has
Yeah.
the same
Okay.
backing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just so everyone is aware here, there is a ace, a 2, and a king of 3 different suits.
Mhm.
Yes.
And to make it easy for everyone, we're not using random weird words. We are using ace, 2, and king of diamonds, hearts, and spades. The words now begin to form on the sheet. And there are 4 lines. The first line says, a 2 is to the right of a king. The second line says, a diamond is to the left of a spade. The third line says, an ace is to the left of a heart.
Wait.
The fourth line says, a heart is to the left of a spade. And I will reread those as I know you're all taking notes. The first clue is a 2 is to the right of a king.
To the right.
Yeah.
A 2 is to the right of a king.
Okay.
A diamond is to the left of a spade. An ace is to the left of a heart. And a heart is to the left of a spade. And if
And that's
you,
the timer.
If you can hear this on stream, the clicking above is not a timer in the room that these people are in. This is just
No, the
living
freaking
in an-
water pipes.
living in an apartment. The water pipes do tend to click and clunk
All day.
all day.
All day.
So,
It's the best when you're working from home.
you have this little clue. And the words, as you have read them,
2.
disappear off the
So
page.
there's a 2 and a king.
I'm going to attempt something.
Alright?
There's 3 candles across the
There's
table.
3 candles across the table on the far side of the room.
Okay. I am going to attempt a bit of druid craft.
What would you like to do?
I will
Druid?
snuff out a candle.
So you snuff out a candle,
Yes.
you reach your hand out, and you go, and as you snuff out the candle, it relights instantly, and you notice that these are candles of eternal flame.
Well, I figured I'd try.
And is there a
Yes.
like a slot to put the cards, or does it seem like we're gonna? Okay.
No, there's no slot. There's just a carved image of the back of the card behind each candle.
All right.
2 to the right of the king.
I love a good puzzle. I love a good mystery, and I think I may have figured it out, and I want to talk it through with you all to see if you would confer based off of your own deductions. So if a 2 is to the right of a king, and an ace is to the left of a heart, that would mean that the ace would have to be on the left side, the king in the middle, and a 2 on the far right.
So king of diamonds, ace of hearts.
Would you switch those?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Why this?
Because
Diamonds to the
so
right.
this is what I wrote.
The diamond
So
has to be to the
2
right of the spade.
is to the right of the
Right now it's to the
king.
left. Oh, left?
So look, a 2 is to the right of the
A diamond
king.
is to the left of a
And then in the
spade,
next
right?
line
Left.
did
I
a
misread
diamond
that.
is
Okay.
to the left of a spade,
Okay.
and a heart is left of the spade.
Both the diamond and the heart have to be left of the spade.
So it could
So
be the
it could
king.
be either.
That's true. Well, so all we know is the 2 spades.
Okay, hold on.
Because this is Nathan and I both came up with that.
Spade.
But
Come on.
that's
A diamond
See,
is
I
left
got
of
a
the spade.
heart.
A heart is left of the spade, right?
Yeah.
because an ace is left of a heart. Oh, I see what you're saying.
As
An ace is left of a heart, so the ace cannot be the heart.
That's
It has to be
true.
on that side.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
spade,
This is
spade, diamond, ace.
as you're all fumbling through the
Wait,
cards and
ace
moving
is
around
left
on the
of the
table,
Did you get something?
the note does
Yes.
flash each message again. A 2 is to the right of the king.
check.
It holds and then fades away. A diamond is to the left of a spade. Holds and then fades away. An ace is to the left of a heart.
Mm-hmm.
Holds and fades away. A heart is to the left of a spade.
Cool.
It holds
Yeah,
and
so it's
fades.
ace of diamonds.
I like this
Yeah.
combination. Very well done, Garth.
Alright.
As always.
Shall we lay out the cards
Very well
on the
done.
table
The
in
room
the order?
shudders as you speak a name that you know nothing of.
Well, we have to match
Yeah.
them with the torches and the
Sorry.
patterns on the
Sorry.
wall.
I thought we knew each other. I was playing that.
How
That's fine.
though?
Well,
I take the
no,
cards
no.
and I
Well
put them
done.
in the order we have assigned them on the table.
What
With
is
facing Ace of Diamonds on the far
what was,
left.
what was that?
Yeah.
King of Hearts in the center.
Yeah.
2 of Spades on the far right.
It's no turns. You guys are not in combat, so you all work together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You all
You can
interact
pitch
and
in.
work. So you lay the cards down on the table. What do you do with the other cards?
I would.
We just
No, if I'm being honest, I think we need to walk up to the candles
burn them.
and, in this order,
Burn them.
set them on fire.
Fire. I like
Well, I
that.
was-
Let's do it.
One
I wanted
per-
to see what happened if we just set them down before we start burning things.
So,
Oh, that's
Also,
just like a fighter.
the wizard speaks up about flames and fire, but the fighter here decides to set the cards down.
I
She
take
said-
the other cards off the table
She
and
pulls the other cards off the table, sets each card down in order. Ace of Diamonds, King of Hearts,
2 of spades.
2 of Spades.
Oi.
nothing happened.
The room is quiet. You hear through the brick a clamoring of the goblins fighting over the swords stuck in the ground,
Okay.
and some whistling of the old man.
Okay.
Now can we light them on fire?
I want to go explore the candles.
investigate them.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Just to see if there's any, like, if there's a slot that we could put. the
Lindsay,
card.
are you joining in this investigation?
I was just clarifying.
All right. So,
So it looks like
Because
I'm
you
gonna
can help
our,
them if you
our
want.
druid walks
I
up.
mean, I am pretty intelligent.
Our druid walks up and looks at the candles, and
Mhm.
though they are burning, they don't appear to be doing much more than melting the wax. That also isn't shortening the candle. They seem to be standing where they could have been standing for thousands of years,
Light them
all
on
burning
fire.
at the same
Light them
height,
on fire.
all burning very uniformly.
I passed my hand over them just to see if they want.
You take 1 point of damage.
It wasn't like put it in.
Oh,
it was
come
just
on,
to
you
see
can
if they
touch it.
want.
I think, wait, I think you need to roll a
Fire.
dexterity save to see how quickly you did.
All right, dexterity.
Give me a dex. Give me a dex. Okay. I took a point of damage.
You did.
What was it?
It was a 1.
Oh, you take 2 points of damage. You slowly
only
put your hand
you
over out. You go, ah, 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 ah. You go, okay, that last one's probably real. Put your hand back.
I used
How
heal
big-
wounds on
how-
myself.
How big is the sign on the back of the card compared to the sign on the wall? The symbol.
The symbol
That
on the
would
wall's a
actually
bit bigger, but
Okay.
it does seem to replicate everything you see on the back of the card almost
Okay.
identically.
Oh, wait,
Burn
are the cards on the table still? Nobody picked them
Yes.
up.
No.
The cards
I have
are
the
still
wrong-
on the table.
I have the other
She-
cards in
she
my
pulled the
hand.
wrong ones out, left the ones on the table.
Yeah, I
Burn
grabbed
the
them.
first one.
I grabbed them.
Right?
Burn one.
I put the ace of. Wait, am I tall enough to reach them?
Nah.
Barely.
Okay, I'm on my tiptoes,
Yeah?
and I put the ace of diamonds into the flame of the far left one.
So
Careful, that's real.
As you reach up and you're like flapping the card to get it into the flame, you put it out and it comes back. You put it out and it comes back, and then you barely reach and you hold, and then it just snaps, poof, out of your hand, and the flame turns off.
Burn the next one.
And then I put the King of Hearts in the middle.
Can I help him with this? I'm right there. I'm just going to assist the poor man.
So as you're reaching up, the druid reaches over and huffs a little bit and pulls the card out of your hand,
Oh.
lights it on fire, poof. Second candle.
Burn
turns
Very good.
off.
Oh, dibs on the
Sure,
third one.
sure.
Dibs.
I lift him.
Our small wizard is lifted by the druid, and the druid is holding him just far enough off that the wizard's little arms can't reach the flame as he hesitantly moves him forward towards the flame.
So I can't reach the flame?
You can reach the flame now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm gonna just kick back a little bit, and when
Oh.
he doubles over, I'll reach it. But if I'm there, then I reach out and light it on fire. The 2 of spades in the far right.
The card starts to slowly burn. Closer and closer to your finger. Poof. Goes away. Third candle disappears. The cards in Lauren's hand also disappear, and the walls shrink down. And just in front of you, the old man is standing there, and he goes, "Ha! I knew you could all do this.
Thank you.
The Stumble On In welcomes you.
Oh dear.
Good luck on your adventures." And he smiles, and the ringing that you had heard just minutes before begins to take over everything in your ears. You move fast. Battles that take 5 minutes take 3 hours. Walking somewhere that takes 3 hours takes 5 minutes. It's weird in Dungeons & Dragons. So the ringing hits, you all start falling to your knees, and the brightness just overwhelms, and you're asleep.
Do I still have my sword?
No, because it wasn't real.
You will not know in this session. But this is the end of the session. You
Oh.
have all passed the test. The old
Yes.
man has okayed you, and because of your bravery and cunning ability to stick hands in flames and take damage,
Yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
wait, that was you.
That was me.
you all gain 150 points of experience for the puzzle, and an additional 150 points for all 6 goblins. That puts you at 300 points, which should equal exactly level
2.
Whoa, that's so,
So,
convenient.
What that means is,
How convenient.
off stream, all of our players will settle their sheets. They will roll their new level. They will end up rolling 1 hit die and adding their bonus to it to additional HP. They will choose their new skills, their new level abilities, whatever it may be for their class.
New spells, yo!
This is like, does it matter now?
No, it matters. You're gonna build on
It matters.
So that's like your base.
What is happening here is you all gained experience.
Mhm.
We are starting off episode 1 at level 2. So you have a little bit
Nice.
more in your back pocket.
Woot woot!
Unfortunately, I will spoil this for you. The sword disappeared.
Oh.
I told you it wasn't real.
You
Hey,
could have grabbed it
I
sooner.
felt cool
It
for
would
a
have been a
moment.
+1 to your swings.
Oh,
But
that would have actually helped a lot.
it would have helped
Yeah.
a little bit. But you did survive a battle together. You did survive a puzzle.
We're comrades
You
now.
will wake up not knowing anything of this other than a faint dream. This was a test. This
This has been a test.
This has been a test.
To teach the tiefling how to play.
No, it was a test to teach the tiefling how to play. A little bit to get you guys into the swing of how this might go. We will roughly be doing a battle, maybe 2 per session. And we'll be having a little bit more role-playing. You'll be talking to townsfolk, enemies, others, one another, and figuring out the world you have been placed in. And for the viewers, I will be working with each of our players here to give a little bit of backstory as to where they end up. So when we jump into episode 1, we do have a nice, coherent movement. Thank you for tuning into the stream, and we will be recasting this, potentially prepping it for podcasting, but episode 1 begins March 2nd at somewhere around 3 to 4 p.m.
One of those
4
times.
p.m.
Yeah.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Pacific Coast time.
Pacific time. So
Which is 7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m.
6.
Eastern.
8 p.m.
Central.
Central.
What? No, 7. No, what?
Isn't it 8, 7 Central?
No.
It'd be 6.
It's 8 Eastern,
It'd be
7
6
Central,
Central.
so 7 Eastern.
Math is
6.
hard.
Five.
It's going
So
to be a tough
4
game.
Pacific, 7 Eastern,
I
6
can math
Central.
now.
Wherever you are.
That D&D is hard.
It is.
But it is harder when it is a tired evening. So I thank you for those of you who've tuned in, for those of you who are watching the restreams. The cast thanks you. We are looking forward to a good little season here.
Absolutely.
We'll be running a couple months of the game and seeing how we do. Please tune in, like our pages on Facebook, like our Twitch, follow us on Instagram. There's going to be a lot of posts, a lot of tweets. Get prepped for March 2nd.
Things we need to know.
Things
Also,
are happening!
things are happening, but things we still haven't solved. 1, Austin's character's name. And
Biggest
2,
is
Comment.
the only
Comment
name
with
in the
names.
running.
Double back in now, y'all.
and the other thing is, Lauren still doesn't own her own dice. So,
I
if you have suggestions on what a human fighter's dice color scheme should be, you could always make those. Because honestly, she's probably going to need more than one set of dice with the way that a fighter attacks down the line. Or at least get some, you can find individual dice places. So, she can get a whole slew of dice. But what do you think a human fighter's dice set would look like?
Help
And
us
give
figure
us
it
a
out.
name other than Biggest Dickus.
Obvi.
Oh no! The DM's worst nightmare.
Stumble on back, y'all!
So
I like that.
we
Yeah.
wow.
I'm changing my name to Obvi.
Yes.
Well, fortunately for you, we haven't assigned names. The DM can't weigh in on that, and every character is going to hate you, not only because you're a tiefling.
No, the characters won't hate me. Only the DM.
Obvi.
Hey!
So again, thank you very much for tuning into the stream, or tuning into the restream, or listening in, or going
And for
back,
bearing with us.
Thank you for
Bearing with
being
us.
here.
Starting at the beginning.
bearing with
The very
our
beginning.
technical difficulties, the moments of pantomime, the moments of
I remember it
things
like it was
falling
earlier
over,
It was earlier today.
lighting changes, dice rolling into the hall. I promise, it won't get much better.
You're not wrong.
And with that, I'm Jared, your DM for this season. We have Austin, Nathan, Lauren, and Lindsay as your characters. Good night, everybody.
Stumble on back now, you hear?
Oh my god.
And,
You're welcome.
bye.
Stumble on back now.
Yeah, here.
Don't drink and roll.